Say to you, I did yourself with this one. Straight to It podcast, live every Sunday. Straight to it, we get straight to it. It's a classic podcast, you can't skip through it. Not even skip to my Lewis, Skip Bayless, could skip through it. Wow, this a real nigga moment. As far as the internet, these the realest niggas on it. That soul in your body can't be duplicated. When you sell it, remember your body vacant. Baptized by fire, felt like I was Satan. The creator hit me, now we all creating. Free game, you ain't have to pay for it. All I ask is stay for it. The truth is like good pussy, that mean it feel euphoric. That fuck shit, we ain't for it. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off every Ford Taurus. From sports to conspiracies, we got all the coverage. Never ran from a topic and that's why they love us. No budget, no filter, fuck no. No strings on our back, we ain't puppets. You Pinocchio. Look around, tell me what you see. What you see? Niggas on the run tryna eat. They are slaves to the industry. Your name is Toby. They will lie to you when they sleep. Take a deep breath, breathe. Don't the Matrix feel like a dream? They told you could be anything, then they used you for everything. We won't lie to you, Machiavelli next to shit, we tryna ride for you. Notorious for telling the truth, ready to die for you. Ha ha, motherfucker. Straight to it, we get straight to it. This a classic podcast, you can't skip through it. Not even skip to my Lewis, Skip Bayless, could skip through it. Wow. Straight to It podcast, episode 7, the realest show on the internet. Welcome, family. Tonight we got some newcomers. Tonight we got some veterans. But all I want to say is I'm so honored to be in the presence of these kings and this queen tonight. I do want to say triple salute to all of them. This is a legendary show, and no one's even said a word yet. Now, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. Tonight we're going to talk about topics in a manner and a way, you know what I'm saying, that you're not going to hear in the mainstream media. Breakfast Club, Hot 97, V8, you know, whatever, wherever. You're not gonna hear it this way. Tonight we're gonna break down narratives in a way that I hope you can truly appreciate. All right. So right now I'm gonna go through the panel. We got, like I said, we got a lot of kings tonight. I want to welcome the first queen to the panel of the Straight to It podcast. Okay. So with that said, let's get straight to it, man. Let's go through the panel. First up, I do want to introduce the good brother, the knowledgeable brother, J. Indiana Jones, a.k.a. J. IndyIntellect. How you doing tonight, bro? I appreciate you pulling up for the show, man. I know you got some information for us tonight that we could sit on, but tell the people what's going on with your channel and what can they look forward to?
Yo, what's happening, world? Your boy, Mr. J. Indiana Jones, Mr. J. Indy-Intellect. Shoot, man, I just been covering Hurricane Dorian for like the past 3 days. And I've been also covering weather modification, geoengineering, and telling people to evacuate shit so they don't get fucked up.
Word.
I mean, for the most part, that's currently what I've been talking about on my videos, but I've been researching a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, I'm just keeping it going. I've been dormant for a little bit, but I'm back.
No doubt. So definitely I appreciate you pulling up tonight, J. Indy. Definitely everybody check out on the screen, J. IndyIntellect, a.k.a. J. Indiana Jones, man. The subscribers always going up. And whenever I need some insight, whenever I need some knowledge, man, this is where I come, man. So triple salute to you. Next up, I do want to introduce, man, straight from the horse's mouth, man, John Horse, man. How you doing tonight, bro? I appreciate you pulling up. I think you got a lot on your mind tonight, man. What's going on with you?
How are, man? Just greetings to everybody, man. It's been an eventful week, man. It's been a beautiful week for me.
You've been going at Jay-Z this week. Keep it a Billy.
Yes, and that's what we not done, man. Like I say, we gonna have social court tonight, man. Mr. Clickbait Harris. We're gonna call him up, and we need Mr. Fay G. We need oh my bad, Fake G
Oh
up here.
shit.
We need them both up here.
Okay, no doubt, man. So definitely put some respect on John Horst's name, man. Subscribe to his channel. Hit that notification bell. Put it to all, man. Next up, we got a newcomer. I'm so glad you could make it tonight, man. You know, they call me Mr. Super Facts, but they call you Mr. Let You Tell It. How you doing tonight, bro? And hopefully, I hope you fuck with the podcast tonight. Hopefully, you come back. But tell the people what's going on with your channel. What kind of content you putting out over there?
Yes, Mr. Let You Tell It. I appreciate you for having me on the show. Basically, the content is me getting at the entertainment industry and also speaking about social injustice issues that go on within the community I'm from an East Coast perspective, and also as just being another black man out here struggling and going through the same trials and tribulations that everyone else is experiencing.
My East Coast brethren, I watched the video you said about why I don't respect a lot of rappers anymore. When you spoke about Tupac in the beginning, respect to Machiavelli, but when you said that he got B.I. hit, that touched my heart, man. I mean, that touched my heart, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel the same way, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit later, man. It seemed like every show we go back to Tupac and Biggie, so we probably gonna say that for a little later, man. But I want to let you know that touched my heart, man. I feel the same way.
I appreciate it. I definitely feel that way, so I definitely respect it. He did, so it is what it is.
Oh shit. Next up, man, definitely put some respect on Mr. Let You Tell It, man. Subscribe to his channel, man. Show him some love, man. Next up, we got West vs. the People, a.k.a. my nigga Virgo, the Young King. Virgo, how you doing tonight, man? I appreciate you pulling up as always. You're a veteran on the show. What can people look forward to on your channel, West?
I'm just a YouTuber that speak my mind about the world, very frustrate the world, just a depressed young nigga that's,
Damn.
trying to maintain in this world. I just do videos, I speak my mind, and, I give my opinion on certain things. I also make beats, I make music, and I also promote people. I plan to do a lot of things with my channel. I'm also planning on doing a radio channel pretty soon on the Maverick Club, where I'll be promoting, underground artists, also content creators. I just uploaded the last week's podcast, even though I'm kind of late, but I uploaded on the podcast, and I'm going to be uploading each and every episodes that we do, like every week.
Right.
Also, Loki is part of the Maverick Club, so he
fact.
is free to upload his content on there as well. And most of all, I just speak my mind. I give my opinion. I'm very unapologetic, non-PC. So if you come to my channel expecting me to talk clean and talk pretty, you're gonna be disappointed. This ain't the channel for you. This is the channel for the rawness, the greediness, and yeah.
All right, well, definitely, man. I've been rocking with West vs. People, a.k.a. Virgo, from day one, man. He always been an honorable dude, man. So definitely put some respect on his name and his content. Go over to his page on the screen and show him some love, man. All right? Next up, man, we got JTL, a.k.a. Opposite from the Norm, man. Last week, he came through. He blessed the podcast with his first appearance. It was all love, man. How you doing tonight, JTL, man? Last show was a classic. Tonight, I already know tonight is going to be another classic. But what can people look forward to when it comes to your channel on YouTube?
All right, man. Appreciate you. Glad to be here once again. Like, I said I had a good time last time. And like always talking about, what's going on for us, entertainment, field, politics and all of that good stuff. Also, I want to bring to like more about black businesses because I'm raising my business together. So I want to put some content out on that, then content on the brothers and sisters that's in my community that's doing their own business, and also, working with the youth and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, like, for us, we have situations with the crime rate sometimes, and murder and stuff like that, and just trying to work with the youth to get them to go another direction.
Right.
So all of that old crazy mentality that's messing up our communities would die. You know what I'm saying? We can progress and start doing better things. So I'm always gonna be telling the truth. Might say some stuff that's gonna ruffle people's feathers, but I consider myself an intelligent brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to critique and be objective. You know what I'm saying? And as long as people can respect that, then there ain't no disrespect and nothing but the real. So, fuck with me.
That's a fact. So definitely triple salute to Op from the Norm, aka JTL, man. Put some respect on his name. Solid dude, man. All right. Now, last but not least, I do want to introduce the first queen to bless the panel of the Straight to It podcast. I'm so glad she could join us tonight. Stand up, queen, man. I do want to introduce official Bunny, aka Miss Shannon. How you doing tonight, Bunny?
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm glad to be here tonight. I'm just listening to all of y'all bios and what y'all are doing, and I just want to give an applause to all of y'all. Thank you for the invite, low key. Thank you. Texas is definitely in the house.
No doubt. Now I do want to say you are definitely one of the most professional, YouTube content creators, and also logical women. That's why I had to reach out to you to bring you on the panel tonight. But what can people look forward to as far as your content?
Yeah, well, my YouTube is fresh. It's new. It's been on YouTube for about a month, close to a month, but I have up to 29 videos. I wanted to show that I have consistency. It is specifically a movie, television, and reaction page specifically for that, just to develop and grow my fan base, my brand, quality, and also on my Instagram as well, just kind of letting you see my journey as a developing artist, doing Broadway rendition plays, how to prepare yourself, what to expect. Usually if I have a video that's a review, good example, I encourage all of you to look at my Jay-Z NFL deal, how I felt about that. The difference between, I think, me and a lot of other YouTubers is that I want to show all sides. And then at the end, I give you my perspective of where I'm coming from, just so you can develop your own opinion. I want my viewers to know and develop their own opinions and not just agree with me. I don't want just yes men, yes women following me on any premise. So, yeah.
That's honorable, and I'm gonna say this for the record. The only reason how I even met Bunny or opposite from the Norm or even Mr. Let You Tell It is because Jay-Z was out here cooning and buffooning, allegedly. So if it wasn't for Jay-Z, this some real shit. If it wasn't for Jay-Z, I wouldn't have met you three content creators, man. So shout out Hovercrit, man. I do want to say that. Now, before we get into the topics tonight, because I do want to go to the queen first for the panel, but I do want to say the purpose of this show is to show I want to show the world what real, intelligent, and objective people, sound like, look like, move like. Okay, so that's the purpose of this show. That's why you see all the kings on the panel. That's why you see the queens on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So I did want to put that out there. But first things first, before we go to you, Bunny, I do want to say, R.I.P. Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Did y'all have any words, before we go into the first topic, did y'all have any words on Michael Jackson, how you felt about him, any memories you wanted to put on the table before we get into the show?
First off, I want to say rest in peace to the king of pop. It's sad. It's been 10 years. I know where I was when Michael Jackson passed away. Second, I want to say fuck 50 Cent. Nigga need to shut the fuck up. Like, real shit, shut the fuck up.
That's where we going, Virgo?
And that nigga Chris Jackson, so I don't know why he went around here, but that nigga need to shut the fuck up. And most of all, legend. His music will live on. Definitely live on.
I want to say R.I.P. to Mike. You know what I'm saying? He from where I'm from, Gary, Indiana. So, it's an extra R.I.P. to him, And, I mean, ain't gonna never be no other Mike, So all we get, as long as we keep the film, you know what I'm saying, and pass it on, that's all we could possibly do right now. Just keep bumping Mike music, that's pretty much the best that he'll probably want you to do for him. And then listen to his messages as well, because he's show-headed in his music.
That's a fact. Anybody else want to hop up in there?
Yeah, I definitely want to say...
This is Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, I gotta cut you off. I'm coming from the grave. This is Michael Jackson. I just want to say, give me a moment. Because I just, I'm sitting next to Bunny, and I just want to, I'm sorry to cut you off. But the media is a lie. Everyone is a lie. My music is for the people I live on. All of the cases all of the things that they say about me are lies. Just to hear you guys tell me that you support me, it just really touches my heart. Just anytime, just really just support me. I'll let you go on. I'm sorry, little kid. I'm gonna apologize for everybody. It makes me feel like Christmas. You know, I love. It makes me feel like Miss Chris Tucker, Miss everyone. And I just want to say God bless you. I love you.
Hey, put some respect on Buddy's name for that.
Ready.
That was sweet. That was sweet.
But go ahead, Mister.
Um,
Let you tell it.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say R.I.P. to Michael Jackson. I don't know what 50 Cent was talking about, but Michael Jackson is always going to be a legend in my community. He was the king of pop. You know what I mean? Michael Jackson brought a lot of swag to hip hop and rap with
Say
the Billie
more.
Jean jacket, with the moonwalk. And people like to disrespect him now that he's in his grave, and because of his whole skin bleaching thing, but he's still a legend, and I'm going to always give that man his respect.
Triple salute. Hop up in there, John Horse.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if y'all
Oh shit. Never mind. This is probably the wrong topic for John. Oh shit.
Bruh.
All right, we just gonna go, Pat. We'll put some respect on MJ name. Man.
Hey, straight from the horse's mouth. Like I said, man, I done did a 6-part documentary on this man. Like I just want to say, it is all love. I do love, like I said, I love the music. I love the entertainment part, but I don't know the person. But I gave a great review on what I think the person, you know what I'm saying, personally was. That's just from my perspective, my view, and that's all allegedly. But yeah, so I ain't gonna disrespect the man like 50. 50 in the bad space right now. I don't see how he can fuck with that power of love. So with that being said, I mean, hey, 50, you on your own on that one. One thing I don't do is fuck with the power of love. It don't matter how it come. One thing about it, love is crazy and it's insane, so it ain't nothing to fight.
Oh shit, Illuminati on John Horse ass too. All right, next up, man. Who else want to speak on MJ before we move on to the first topic of the night?
Illuminati out here catching bodies like there's no tomorrow.
Allegedly. All right, let's move on to the first
Saying
topic.
poor connection when that happened.
All right, let's move on to the first topic, family. Unless Jay, you wanted to comment on it.
No, I guess my phone was acting up too. That's why I was saying. Mine was saying poor connection at the same time his went out.
All right, let's get to the first topic tonight. You already know it's BYOT. Bring your own topic, family. We're gonna pass it around like a cookout, man. First up, I do want the queen to get it off her chest first. What's your topic for the night, Bunny?
So I don't know if y'all heard or not, but Malik Yoba just made the announcement that he prefers to date women and trans women.
Hold up.
He just made that statement. I know D.L. Hughley posted that to his page, and just want to know what y'all think about that, because I thought that was pretty interesting that he was really open to say that that's something that he doesn't mind. He sees transgender as women. So since I'm the only female here, I want to see the level of understanding of this topic, and do you understand it? I just want to see your perspectives on it. That's just one of my topics that I have. I just want to see where y'all coming from.
But real quick, who can you tell us who that is?
So Malik Yoba, he started New York Undercover back in the day. He's been on a lot of shows. He's been on what was it called? Empire. He's starred in a lot of movies. Malik Yoba. Y'all don't know who Malik
Why did
Yoba
I get
is?
married?
Yeah, Why Did I Get Married? He was the husband. That was the character with Janet Jackson. Y'all don't know who Malik Yoba is? Award-winning actor? Are you kidding me? Okay, so we gonna move on because y'all don't know.
I know who he is. I know who he is.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, y'all seem fidgety about that.
You're undercover.
Yeah.
I know. I'm familiar with him. I'm familiar with Malik Yoba. I personally think that was his way of coming out the closet and saying that he's into this extracurriculum activity as far as sexually. That's my opinion on it.
I agree with you. I really, because people speculated that about him back in the day, that he was bisexual, and I 100% agree with you. Not that it matters, but it's a really sensitive topic because
It
a lot
it
of people
needs
are
to matter though.
homophobic. So, yeah,
Can I say
to a
something?
lot of people, yeah.
Hop up in there, Virgo.
Me personally, I mean, if that's what he likes, I mean, I'm not mad at him. More power to him. Yeah, I feel like more people, they need to come out and, live their true self. And it's not saying that it's
Exactly.
easy because, you
Exactly.
have a lot of people that would judge you. And see, this is the thing that pisses me off about certain people. People always say, "Oh, you should be true to yourself." But then when people try to be true to themselves, they get fucking crucified at the same time. So me personally, hey, if he's into that, do him. You only live once, man. Fuck everybody's opinion, bro. If you like dudes, if you like both, if you like dicks, vagina, if you lean both, one, it don't matter, man. Live your life, man, and yeah.
But
I
I do
agree.
want to say this. I feel
I
like a lot
agree
of
as well.
people have an issue. See, I feel like a lot of us we agree with that. Be yourself. It's 2019. If you're not
Hmm.
being yourself, who the fuck else you gonna be? I feel like a lot of people have an issue with this narrative of you're not allowed to at least have a negative opinion when that lifestyle is being I want to say forced down your throat via the media or social media or politics, whatever the case may be. I think people just have a problem with that, where everywhere they look, everything is being over sexualized. And the moist side of the game, the booty crumb pillow biter side of the game, respectfully.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Damn.
just keeping it a Billy. You know what I mean? This is the
Um,
realest
I
show
want
on
to
the
chime in.
internet.
I want to chime in if it's okay.
Hop up in
Go
there,
ahead.
Mr. Horse.
Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Choke No Joke, even though I don't mess with him. Good information to bring.
Hallelujah.
He
Hallelujah.
pointed out something, you know what I'm saying, that made me look at it, you know what I'm saying, from a different aspect. Because like a dude like Malik Yoba, bro, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? As far as New York Undercover and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And as a young kid, just like Choke No Joke said, you have certain dreams and aspirations, you know what I'm saying, that let's say encourage you to you know what I'm saying, give you that confidence you need. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is why betray, you know what I'm saying, a cop or whatever, whoever you are. That's just like the dude with damn, what's that show? ER with the black dude and then was something Washington, but it's just the whole thing. And then my pet peeve about it, as far as being a grown person, why is all the black dudes? Why is the white man still left masculine? You know what I'm saying? Why is he still not getting attacked in Me Too movements? You know what I'm saying? But it just kind of bothers me that, you know what I'm saying, as a fan, like, damn, bro, you could have been said this shit a long time ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of fucks me up because now you know what I'm saying, I gotta adjust. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate you or no shit like that, but I gotta adjust. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at your movies, you know what I'm saying, the same and stuff like that. Yeah, and I just feel like if that was what the mindset was gonna be, y'all should have went on ahead and did what y'all did. Understandable, they probably wouldn't have got as much money and all. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, it's different. And for them to put it on us like we supposed to be comfortable with it now, that's why I kind of like, you know what I'm saying, I got a parallel with the shit. And then I also just got a pet peeve because, like I said, I don't like Tyler Perry, but he put a lot of black actors on that we used to know as kids. But nowadays, you know what I'm saying, you go to Hollywood, they putting a lot of British actors on, and it's really disturbing because they can mock and mimic our accent, you know what I'm saying, and act just like us, like the Stringer Bell dude, off the wire, and it trips me out
Yep.
because now they're getting the roles and stuff respectfully, and I understand that, but we are losing out on the chances. You know what I'm saying? Just like with everything that we all come accustomed to, sports, music, anything, we are yet to, you know what I'm saying? And we are expected to work. And it's hurtful because, like I said, I'm busting my ass trying to start my own business and working, and I don't have enough energy to do what I exactly want to do. But I am creating that space because I can see beyond what's going on right now in the moment.
Some real shit.
Yeah. Well, check
Yeah,
me
I
out,
wanna,
man.
I wanna. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Check me out real quick. So, I mean, I'm reading a story now, and I mean, if he bisexual, so be it. But the story isn't saying that, hey, I'm a bisexual. It's saying I love all women, even cisgender and transgender women as well. So basically, if you look like a woman, then I like. I mean, of course that's bisexual. I mean, if you look at
Yeah,
it that way,
but
but if you know
like I was
transgender,
saying earlier, it was speculated that he was bisexual back in the day. That's where that came up. That's where that word came up. That even back
oh,
when he was on New York Undercover, people were like, "Oh, he's bisexual," because you would see him with men and you would see him with women. So it was just kind of like, oh, when women we read the article, we were like, oh boy, I already, it's like the little boy you see jump roping with you and your friends. He gonna grow up. You're like, oh girl, I knew that. It was kind of that same
But
feeling of when the article came out. It was kind of like, oh, well, that's stuff. I'm not surprised that would be his preference because, like you said, if it's somebody that's identifying as a woman and he's interested in both, it wasn't shocking. In other words, but to some people they viewed it as shocking. So
but I see that
I
it
mean,
that
it's
is
still very shocking to me because, like
transgender.
I said, his strongest role was New York Undercover. Even though he played in the Tyler Perry movies and stuff, I felt like the acting was weak on that part. But New York Undercover it really saddens me because now I look at him and the partner like, was y'all really like life partners around this? You know what I'm saying?
hop up,
it's a character.
hop up in
It's
here,
a character.
JTL. I want to hear what
And,
JTL got to say about this.
Yeah, I was
good.
going I was gonna say real quick with the whole he still see him as a woman. No offense, but I have a problem with that because it's like they keep trying to push that narrative that is a woman, and it's like, yo, that's still a man. So you can't get mad at somebody's sexual preference. Like if that's what you like, that's fine. But don't be around here pushing the narrative with the rest of the elemental P community talking about some, oh, that's a woman. It's like, yo, that's bull. That's if I see that that's a man, I want a natural woman that can have a baby or have my child. That's what I want. So I think that's the only problem I got with it is that they keep trying to push that narrative. So in the future, everything just free for all. Nobody has no morals, no standards, no real preferences. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? If you bisexual, bro, you bisexual. That's what it is.
But Jay, you got to be careful what you wish for because they out here putting uteruses in men now. So unless that's,
I
you
mean,
need to be careful what you wishing for,
what
bro.
I'm saying she was born a woman. That's what I mean. She was born
But she
a
was
woman.
born a woman, or she thought she was born a woman. What
No,
what you mean?
born, period. Born, not thinking, not wishful thinking. She has her menstrual cycle when she was 12, 11 years old, not when y'all put it
Okay.
into her uterus
So you don't
or
want to.
whatever.
So what you saying, JTL? Respectfully, you don't want a man that identifies as a woman. That's what you saying. Long story.
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
All right. So you saying fuck.
That's
100%.
your preference.
That's real. Respect my mind. You know that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want.
That was from
Let
the
me have what I
diaphragm.
want.
That was from the diaphragm when he said
Ha-
that.
Hashtag respect my mind. That's it. That's what we going with tonight, man. Anybody else want to chime in on this before we pass the BYOT collection plate around?
Yeah, I think they pushing the gay agenda on people a little too hard. First it was gay, then it became bisexual. Now it's a whole LBGT. Then it's transgender. Then they got men that dress like women in girls' bathrooms. Then they got women that want to be men in the boys' bathroom. And I don't knock the community, but like I don't knock gay people. But if you transgender, I'm still confused on what transgender is because it makes no sense to me. If I have a little daughter and she goes into the girls' bathroom and it's a grown man in there dressed like a girl in there, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm just not. So, I mean, shout out to Idris Elba. It seems like the more money someone gets, the richer they get, the quicker they come out the closet, and they need to do it while they broke, and claim their shoes. That's all.
Do it while they broke.
Hey,
Yeah, 'cause
whoever
when they
playing
get
music
rich,
in the
they don't
background, we
wanna
gotta
be,
turn the music off.
He
But real
he
quick,
got a point though.
go
I'm
ahead,
saying
John, and then I want to go to I want to go right back to Mr.
I want
Let
to
you
say
tell.
one more thing too.
hold on, real quick, Virgo. But nah, I'm just saying, man, he do make a point though, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they putting us in a position, you know what I'm saying, to accept it. And I think, you know what I'm saying, just like with Monique, I think they playing the integrity game, trying to pull on our hearts. But me myself, I see way past the finagle. You know what I'm saying? I say her and Steve was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just like Malik Yoba, yeah, you wouldn't say that if you was a struggling actor. You understand? So don't pull on my heartstrings. That's why I say it pisses me off, because you was a great actor. So now I'm looking at you as a different actor. You know what I'm saying? And no, what I'm saying? No quarrels against the Elemental P Club. But I mean, we need to do some straightening, because y'all got too many damn letters. And you know what I'm saying? We got people out here that don't respect what we doing. As far as you got these aggressive people, man. Like personally, I get hit on all the time. You know what I'm saying? I get looked at like it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Who hitting on you, John?
Yeah, that's what I know. Who hitting on you?
John Horse, who hitting on you?
He said, I can't even pump my own damn gas. People coming up to me.
Yeah, but if I say something, they looking at me crazy. Like
John, who hitting on you, John? Who hitting on you? It go real quiet when I say
I like you, and I want you.
I'm asking you, John Horse, who hitting on you? Like what?
That nigga said,
Who hitting on you?
Phone was ringing. Nah, man, but I'm just saying, man, it's aggressive people.
He ain't gonna answer the question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, John, we was just wondering who was hitting on you.
I mean, shit, man, bro, it's so many him downstairs. You take your pick.
They gonna be like,
oh my God.
He said him downstairs.
The choice is yours.
He said,
This nigga Blair. This nigga Denzel watch.
I'm real with it, bro. I take just last night, baby. Am I lying? Know what I'm saying? I'm talking about for real.
he said John apparently John Horse said it's a bunch of Antoine Davises trying to bag him. You know, respectfully.
You know black people for real when they start bringing witnesses. Oh, let me get my cousin. Hey, dog, you calm down. You know, we remember when.
Can I get my great grandpa? Yo, come here.
Now, real quick, I wanted to go back to Mr. Let You Tell It, because I think he brought up a great narrative. But I did want to ask you, is there a solution or a way we can combat, you know, this whole gay agenda being forced down people's throats?
Honestly, I don't think there is. I think Obama, he kind of like paved the way for the whole LBGT.
You said LBG
in office. Whatever it was, LBGT community, whatever. But he paved the way for the community when he was in office. That was one of his big accomplishments, and now I think we kind of have to deal with it. And Idris Elba saying that he likes to date or he don't mind dating a transgender person, I think that's his calling card to the rest of Hollywood, so he could get a role in a movie where he gets to dress up as a girl.
I've never heard him say that. I didn't know he said that. Stringer Bell said that?
Oh, you mean Malik Yoba?
No, Malik Yoba.
Oh, I thought he said Stringer Bell said that. I was like, what the hell?
I'm about to pull the Idris Elba meme, like when he eating that food, when he was tasting that hot sauce.
We can't watch The Wire no more if Stringer Bell is, you know what I'm saying, soy boy. But anyway, respectfully, BYOT. What's up, Virgo? Go ahead.
I want to say one thing. Me personally, I have no issues with the gay community or the alphabet community.
Virgo don't want no smoke.
You free to do what you want to do. My problem with the gay people is these niggas be fucking comparing they fucking issues, they fucking play to our issues. And I'm like, nah, nigga. That is not the same thing. Yes, gay people be going through similar issues, but it is not the same thing compared to black issues. And these motherfuckers need to stop doing that shit. And I also don't like the fact how gay people is getting more rights than our black asses. Meanwhile, black people ain't getting nothing but fucking crumbs. And meanwhile, the gay people, they're getting higher and higher, and they're getting rights, they're getting all these beneficials, and we ain't getting shit. And
like
that's
what?
I don't fucking like. And another thing I don't like too with this whole censorship too, where you can't make a gay joke, you can't say the word, excuse me, my G-men crowd, you can't say the word faggot.
What? Damn, Virgo, my nigga.
In the words of Dave Chappelle, I can say nigga with impunity. I can
Oh,
talk about
That
killing
wasn't me,
another
low
brother.
key. That wasn't me
Hey,
this week.
hey,
I can
hey.
talk
We gonna
about
pray.
So let me say this respectfully. YouTube, the algorithm is not fucking around with the F word on YouTube. Next person that say the F word,
It's
you
not.
gotta go. You gotta go, man.
Yes.
Respectfully. Virgo,
They
and you
gonna
know
flag.
better,
They gonna
Virgo.
flag.
We was cussing out John Horst last week for saying that. You just said it with your chest. You said it with your whole chest, nigga. I'm
I
disappointed.
just
Let
said
me
I ain't
finish.
said
I'm
it was.
disappointed in you, Virgo.
Hold on, let me finish.
Jesus.
I apologize for saying the F word.
Mm.
Okay, that won't never happen again.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to the motherfuckers that's gonna come get you.
But what I'm saying,
I'm saying.
what I'm saying is, I wasn't trying to use the F word to belittle anybody. I was using it as an example of double standards. But how come we can't make jokes like Dave Chappelle say,
Right.
but we can say nigga all day, we can make songs about killing another brother, shooting another brother, promoting all this stereotypical, but if you make jokes about other groups of people, uh it's looked at as bad, they want to try to blackball you, they want to try to stop you from making money and all this type of shit. But people cool with making jokes about us. People cool with black people being the butt of everybody jokes. And that's my issues with the, alphabet community. I don't know why they have a bunch of fucking letters in their name. Like these niggas got A B C D E F G H I J
Well, they didn't.
L M
they
N
took
O
the whole
P.
Why you
alphabet.
so mad?
Like damn,
He's so
nigga.
angry.
They didn't took the whole alphabet. They didn't took every color in the rainbow. So I understand why you mad, Virgo.
Oh no, I'm not mad. I'm just I'm observant.
Nah,
I'm
Hey,
observant.
hey, but respectfully, that statement deserve a bomb though, and the hand clap because
Your
I feel
bomb
where
and
you
a
coming
hand
from. He did. Hey,
You got
YouTube,
no testosterone.
YouTube, he did lead to a good point. It was educational.
But I want to say though, I
Huh?
apologize to the G people. Don't send them dildos on me.
Oh
Please
shit.
don't send them dildos in my head. We know you got dildos out there. Please don't send them in my head.
It's the
Shit.
it's the
Pause. I
backstory
need a
behind
pause
it.
Respectfully,
button.
It's the
respectfully.
backstory behind this.
Now, real
Some
quick.
who hurt you, man? Who hurt you? I really
Oh
want to know who hurt
shit.
you.
Oh
Real
no, I'm just passionate. That's
Real
all.
quick, fam, let's move on to the next topic because you already know
Thank you,
YouTube not
Jesus.
fucking around with that topic. I do want to go to JTL, aka Opposite from the Norm Man. You already know it's the Straight to a Podcast, episode 7. What's your topic for the night, man?
oh man. I got a topic.
Oh shit.
It's somewhat similar
Similar.
to what we
Oh
was just.
shit.
Yeah, man. So y'all please, let's, I guess, like Loki said, let's try to keep it respectful, still real dialogue. Okay, the whole thing that happened about Paul Mooney doing what he did allegedly to Richard Pryor's son. Uh, it bugged me out when I heard about it because it was like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, they saying that allegedly Richard Pryor's bodyguard, he's writing a book, and then he puts in a book about Paul Mooney molesting Richard Pryor's son. Then TMZ asked him a question and was like, "Yo, is it true?" And you know what I'm saying? Was it consensual? And then he was like, as a teen, how is that consensual when I was a minor? So it bugged me out. The problem I had with it, if Paul Mooney gave whatever, if it is true, I feel it was wrong for Richard Pryor's fucking bodyguard to write a book about it and then put that out there if Richard Pryor Jr. didn't put that out there. So I want to see how everybody feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Was it cool his bodyguard said that, or was he out of boundary, you know what I'm saying, for putting somebody else's business out there? Regardless of if it was true or not, but just him saying that and then monetizing off of it with a book.
Hop up in there, family. Who want to respond to that?
The real question is, are we debating the fact that somebody's making money, or are we looking at the fact that this is somebody who has trauma behind it? Which one is more important? We got to look at if it did happen. Do we need if it did happen? Are we more concerned with if it did happen? What is the trauma behind it? Because that's the issue we have with the community. We think about perfect example. It's not along the same lines. But when we had the R. Kelly documentary coming out, there was more anger with the music instead of analyzing the trauma behind it. Is this something that happened? Is it belittling the experience, or is it something that really happened? Like we're like he said, it's quick to think about, oh, is it wrong for it to come out? Are we thinking about if it came out and we didn't want it to come out, or should we really be investigating? Is this true? Is this something that really happened? Because Paul Mooney's response wasn't a, "Oh no, that didn't happen." It was just kind of like, it was just kind of like this nonchalant answer of like, "Well, no." But do you get what I'm saying? Are we not concerned about the traumatic experience and what could have happened?
But
Do we not care?
I think to answer that question, how would we ever know if it happened or not? Is he said? Well, I mean, it might be other people around, the situation, but how could we ever know? It's just people, you know what I mean? Unless there's like DNA and stuff like that, but it's just otherwise it's just hearsay. You know what I mean?
So why should it upset people? Because people come out with books all the time, and that's doesn't have any facts, at all. So, I mean, I guess people don't understand the power in ignoring or the power of really seeking the truth behind it. Do we care? Do we not care? Are we just going to ignore the book? Because if you think about how many years it's been, clearly, like he said, there's an intention of making a profit from it. Clearly, this person
Right.
says, oh, I did this for X amount of years. I could have said something 20 years ago, but I didn't. So is your money getting dry or your pockets getting lighter? What is the intent behind it? Like, we need to look at the intent behind it. So many people have an issue with painting, actors, singers, whatever the case may be, artists. And we forget that these are humans. We forget that they're just as fucked up as everybody else. So when something happens, we're quick to defend the artist and not look at, okay, let's step back a little bit before we start taking sides and really try to seek the truth. I think that's the problem with a lot of stuff nowadays.
Yeah, John Horace, Mr. Let You Tell It, Jay Indy, y'all want to comment? Wes?
I mean,
I want to comment.
like I said, me personally, I think I'm gonna just be real quick with it. I just think it's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? It's a distraction. Because me, myself, bro, we didn't need Richard Pryor's sons Jr. to you know what I'm saying? We don't. Everybody wants the all factor. We was right about Paul. Man, everybody know Paul Mooney kind of, know what I'm saying, sugary tank. You know what I'm saying? But we accept that because why? Of his talent. So don't know what I'm saying? Don't let the trick of this whole bullshit that they got going on trick you away from the talent that makes you happy, that gives you memories. You understand? We need to stop getting into these people's personal lives because that is exactly what they want us to do. There's something else going on, man.
Hop up in there, family.
I want to say something. Me personally, I have no issues with Paul Mooney's sexuality. It's his business. But what I want to know is, my nigga, why Richard Pryor's son? Why the fuck you come out now and say these things? My nigga, it's been 30 years, and you mean to tell me you never came out and said this? Richard Pryor never came out and addressed this? So now you want to come out now that Paul Mooney, and I'm not here to shame Richard Pryor's son. I'm not here to say he's
not him. It was Richard Pryor's bodyguard. That's right.
Oh, bodyguard. Oh, okay.
He put that information out there. Richard Pryor Jr. never said anything about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and just to speak on the bodyguard. Real quick, you know what I'm saying? Just to speak on the bodyguard. I mean, yeah, we can say he's wrong or right, but like I said, it goes back to what Miss Bunny said. It goes back to the intent. You never know. It could have been some pain that this man held back because he was talking about killing. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying? He maybe wanted to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Let Paul know, hey, boy, we could have got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it could have just been some money thing. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, it's not the thing that we are supposed to be paying attention to right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a distraction.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. I wasn't done. I was trying to finish my speech. Me personally, like, I'm not shaming the victim. I'm not shaming Paul either. I just question the timing. Like, why now? Like,
well, he got a book coming out. That's the why. His security guard got a book coming out.
What I was trying to say is, I understand some people are afraid. You know, let's say if they've been molested, they've been raped. You know, I understand some people be afraid because some people are powerful. But I'm like, bro, it's 30 years. You mean to tell me you didn't go to the cops? You mean to tell me you didn't report the incident? You didn't let people know? Like, you just sat here and waited 30 years up until Paul Mooney.
It wasn't, man. It's not on the junior's fault.
Hold on, let me finish.
This is what I'm saying. It wasn't on the junior's fault. You blaming Richard Pryor Jr. and it wasn't his fault. This is what I'm telling you. TMZ, the social court, this bullshit ass social court we got. They made that man answer that question, man, because he's a celebrity, bro, and that's bullshit. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
No, I was trying to get. I was trying to get to the story. If you let me finish, what I was saying is, I'm not shaming anybody. I just question the timing of the situation. I'm not saying who is innocent. I'm not saying who is lying. I am questioning the timing of why this shit came out. But
And
if Paul Mooney did what they say he did, then shame on him. But if he didn't do it, then he should sue. But I question the timing of the situation. Why now, 30 years later?
And y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, but Virgo, it's because the security guard apparently is putting a book out about whatever the fuck he's talking about, and he brought that situation up to get clout to get the bag to sell some some hard copies. Okay, so that's pretty much, I think that's pretty much what's going on there. Mr. Let You Tell It, Jay Indy, did y'all want to piggyback off of that before we move on to the next topic?
I mean, but I just agree. I agree with all of y'all. I mean, y'all all had some good points on it, and I mean, right? It's all just hypothetical thoughts.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I agree with everybody as well. This whole Me Too movement thing is real big, so I become used to people just coming out with all these crazy stories that's been hidden in the dark. My main thing is I don't know why they take so long to tell it, but I mean it is what it is. It's normal now to me. They've overdone it basically.
And Virgo, before we move on to the next topic, I know you're not attacking nobody, you're not against nobody, but I do want to ask you this question: would you rather Richard Pryor Jr. deny the allegation, opposed to, going along with it? Because he did say, he did allude to the point that Paul Mooney did touch him or whatever the case may be, but he did not talk about, he didn't say how old he was. He just referred to himself being a teenager. But, I just wanted to ask you this question. Do you feel like he should have just denied it and kept it moving? Or do you think he was right, Virgo, for just, speaking on it?
I mean, me personally, I can't really say who's right or wrong. I wasn't there. All I'm saying is if it was an issue like it was said, I feel like he should have addressed it a while ago. I mean, I'm not saying he don't have to address it now. I just question the timing of it. Right. But at the same time, I'm not saying who is right, because at the same time, I don't know if Paul Mooney is innocent. I don't know if this is like a witch hunt that is set up, because Paul Mooney did speak some truth, and he did made some jokes that kind of angered people. So, I don't know if this is a witch hunt from Hollywood to kind of put him in his place, to let the dude know, like, hey, bro, like you ain't untouchable. You can get it too. Because what's his name? Eddie Griffin. That's the black comedian. He said that no black man leaves Hollywood clean, like dead or alive.
Right.
So what I'm saying is
100% true.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying neither is right or wrong. I just question the timing of it. If it was a really issue back then, it should have been addressed. Especially, if Richard Pryor, when he was alive at that time, it should have been addressed if it's true. I'm not saying it's bullshit or not, but I do question the timing of it.
Right, and I agree.
Hey, fam, before you leave, can I just drop a couple?
Who that? High reacts? What the fuck?
Like a creep.
Hey, real quick. I do want to real quick. Hold on, High. Let me grab the mic, man. Pause. I do want to welcome Mr. Fugazi Free Zone, ambassador himself. High reacts to the channel, man, to the discussion tonight. How you doing tonight, High? I'm gonna put your channel up so everybody can check you out and subscribe to you, support you. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, brother. What you wanted to chime in about?
Just on that subject. Like we all know, like anybody who cutting a book deal, they're gonna promote it, and they're gonna promote the most dirty shit about it, and that's been since the dawn of time. Everybody knows that. I mean, back in it's just different now because it's more access because of social media. And as far as the whole violation and the rape aspect, back then people came up rape back in the 40s, 50s, 60s. Motherfuckers didn't talk about it because that shit you didn't talk about. Everybody know. I mean, back in the old days, it was. You know how many black women came up raped and never said shit because you just didn't talk about it. It was something that you just didn't speak about. And now you just got more people coming forward. You know how, did you see that when they ran up on that man in the streets? Did you see the look on his face when they asked him about that shit?
He didn't want no
That
smoke.
nigga,
He really didn't want to talk about it.
he don't want to
Right.
discuss it. That man was violated. Simple. And what's weird is that we'll question everything about the whole shit except for why in the fuck why would you violate that man? If that man didn't willingly give up his cheeks to you, then you violated him. If the man was a homosexual, he would have just said he was gay and we was lovers. He said he was violated. And the bodyguard said he was violated. His father apparently thought he was violated. Everybody speaking violation except for Paul Mooney. He ain't said shit. Other than, I'm not going to do my concert tonight. I'm taking some time off.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought he denied.
Exactly
I thought
my
he denied
point.
the rumor.
He didn't
Exactly
deny
my
shit.
point.
He just
His
didn't
lawyer.
speak on it.
Exactly.
He didn't
Okay.
deny
Yeah.
shit.
Cause
And that's the problem.
I heard from sorry for interrupt you.
No,
I
go ahead, my
apologize.
guy. Go
'Cause I
ahead.
heard from some articles. Not only did he said he was taking a break from his specials, he denied the rumors. But like I said, I don't know what happened, so I'm not gonna shame anybody. But I'm just telling you what I heard, the sources.
All right, family, let me hop up in here. On your screen, you can see High Reacts, his YouTube channel. Definitely put some respect on his name. He is the OG, man. Man, if it wasn't for High, man, I don't even know if I'd still be doing this live stream shit, man, on YouTube. So definitely put some respect on High Reacts, man, a.k.a. the ambassador of the Fugazi Free Zone, man. Hopefully you could fuck with us for another hour, High, man. You know what I'm saying? We miss you on the podcast, man.
I got you, man.
Now, you already know it's BYOT. This is the Straight to It podcast, episode 7. I do want to go to the newcomer, man, the new king on the panel, Mr. Let You Tell It, man. Like I said, amazing content. What's your topic for the night, bro?
Man, pretty much I want to talk about, man, I want to get off that gate-ish, but no disrespect to them, but I want to talk about this whole Jay-Z statement he made with the NFL talking about black kids that grow up in single-parent households have an issue with authority, and that they, when they run into the authority, they are more aggressive because they didn't grow up in a household with a father, which I completely don't agree with. I completely disagree with it because I grew up in a single parent household, and as a child I had respect for authority until I got caught up in the system as a youthful offender. So that's my topic for the night, man. Let me know what y'all think about it.
What are your thoughts on that before we pass it around?
What are my thoughts on it? I think Jay-Z right now, man, I think Jay-Z is exposing himself. He's always been considered a legendary rapper, and I respect him for his music. He's always made great music. He's made a lot of great business decisions as far as finance. I call them great business decisions because financially it was great. It wasn't always great for the community which he came from. And my opinion on it is I feel like he is kind of, he's tap dancing, and he is selling out the people that put him in this position of power. He would have never made that $1 billion if people from his community, which I'm from, because I'm from Brooklyn, if we never stood behind Jay-Z when Biggie left us all. And we got behind the brother. We put him in a position of power. Even when people thought Jay-Z was corny, people in New York was like, no, Jay-Z is fire. Then he sold us out for the Barclays Center, and then he sold us out for the NFL. And he was out here talking about all this consciousness and all this black empowerment, him and his wife. And the minute a check comes, I feel like he's Samboing and he out here for some butter biscuits. And I don't mean no disrespect to him, because I met Jay-Z personally when I used to try to do music. So I don't mean no disrespect to him, but right. I do have to call my brother out on his bullish. And I'm going to call it square.
Now, real quick, family, before anybody else chime in, Mr. Let You Tell It, like you said, you from the home of Sean Carter. You from Brooklyn. Let's have a real conversation. Do you feel like, and Bunny, I don't know if you're muted right now. I think you are, but just unmute yourself if you can't hear what's going on. But if we having a real conversation, a lot of people are saying if they listen to what you just said, they gonna say, the majority of people are going to say, why are you hating on a black man? Just let, you know what I'm saying? You just mad because he getting money. But the question I want to ask you is, do you feel like if he gets his foot in the door, do you feel like him working with the NFL can help combat police brutality?
I feel like Jay-Z getting his foot in the door is a move that he's making for himself. If he really wanted to combat police brutality, when he sat up there with Roger Goodell, he would have been like, listen, I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to do a press conference with you, but I'm going to bring the brother that started the whole movement in the room with us so we can fix this social injustice before we proceed to correct other social injustices that's going on in the U.S. and with other brothers and sisters in this country. We can't move forward if you left the man that started the movement out of the movement.
Anybody?
So no.
Agreed.
Anybody want to piggyback off of that?
Yeah, let me
I agree with him.
Let me get some real quick because that's kind of the subject I was going to bring up as well, but just from a different light. And I feel like and I know it's going to be, I'm going to catch a lot of heat on this one, but then that's kind of what I do. And I'm not, and I don't want people to think I'm a Jay-Z stan. I'm a Pac guy. I'm a Tupac guy all day long because, you know, that's the kind of energy. But I do believe Jay-Z is a brilliant businessman. But on the topic of what my man just brought up, Jay approaching it from a different point of view, and I would say objectivity. And we as black people, I think a lot of time it's hard for us to see the shit that we do in an objective light. Say, for instance, he's saying that single person homes are more subject to crime, black families. Now, I can't speak for white families or Hispanic families, but I know black men are absent in the household, and we'll say that the white man is the reason why the black man is absent from the household. And I beg to differ to say that a lot of times the black man is the reason why the black man is absent from his home. Because I got a father who did 22 flat, convicted by a white man because he choked the shit out of of another white woman. He chose to put his hands on her fucking throat and in her life. And he was out of my life all these years. He out now and trying to make up, but time is gone. You can't get time back. And when you got kids out there who for the night in the 90s when I basically grew up was prime time for me, you know who raised us? Our mothers, and the dope dealer on the corner, and the murderer on the corner, and the pedophile down the street. So if you're not a strong personality, you kind of become a victim of your circumstances. Me, I was never that. I'm an individualist. You know, that's just how I am. I came into this world by myself, and I'm gonna leave by myself. But understand, everybody not built the same way. If that's how motherfuckers get caught up in game banging, I do what the next motherfucker do. You don't have no father. How you gonna learn any other fucking way? A woman can't teach you what a man can teach you. And so if your man end up doing crime, what you gonna do? 9 times out of 10, if you're not no leader yourself, you're gonna end up doing crime. People looking at Jay from the point of view that he got his money, he's selling out the community, this, that, and the other. Jay looking at it in an objective manner. If you listen to what he said objectively, and not so much pro-black or anti-white, just look at it down the middle. Look at what he said. It is more likely that you are going to get into a situation if you are coming from a single household, because who you being raised by? A woman can't do everything for you. And understand, when you growing up in a hood, you growing up around murderers, car thieves, pedophiles. These are the people, your ghetto heroes. These are the people who you look up to. These are the people who putting food on your table. He's going to give you a pack, you're going to go hustle it. And then anybody on the panel ever sold drugs? Anybody? I have. Plenty.
I plead the fifth.
I'm here to incriminate myself on anything.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I sold
Fifth.
and you know who gave it to me?
Raise your hand.
My man gave it to me. The person who will tell you that they love you and they got you, they gonna hold you down. That's who gave me my pack, my very first pack. That's who I grow up with somebody who said they love you and give you a half bird of coat and tell you to go cook it up. And what's the next step? And the reason Jay can speak on it, the reason I feel like
I feel you.
The reason I think he more qualified to speak of it than anybody is because he was out there doing it. Colin Kaepernick didn't grow up in that kind of goddamn society.
Colin Kaepernick ain't have to grow up in that though. Colin Kaepernick ain't have to grow up in that. And also, hold on. Let me make a point real quick. Just because a man or a boy grows up in a single parent household with his mother doesn't mean his mother isn't stronger than his father. I didn't need a man in my life for me to be a man. I didn't need a father for me to know to respect authority, because the womb that you was in for 9 months taught you everything you needed to know about life. Your mother is a lot of times stronger than your father. Even, I know you didn't say that, but let me just make this point. If you want to go back to religion or any other thing, the man is always supposed to be the backbone of the household and the provider. But the child or the son or the daughter, they get a lot of their characteristics from their mother. And if your mother schooled you right, your mother never taught you to disrespect law enforcement. When Tamir Rice was killed by police for playing with a BB gun in a park, the police didn't speak to him before he shot him. So when Jay-Z wants to blame black women for the problems that law enforcement have with race of black men, he is completely wrong. And I will never give Jay-Z the benefit of the doubt again, because Jay-Z came to Brooklyn with this whole Barclays Center thing, and he gentrified his own community. Rent went from $800 to $2,500 a month, where we could not afford it. And we was protesting the Jewish community coming into our community, the Jewish and the Russians, with this whole Barclays Center thing, and then they put Jay-Z's face on it, and everybody fell back and let them make they play. As soon as the whole thing established itself and that deal was done, Jay-Z sold his 1% ownership, he left, and nobody could afford Brooklyn no more. Brooklyn is not the same Brooklyn. I never walked anywhere in Brooklyn where I see two men kissing on a corner. Now in Brooklyn, you are very liable of seeing two men kissing on a corner. Is that something I want my kids to see? No. Do I want my kids to see drug dealers on the corner? No. But I would rather my kids see a drug dealer on the corner, because they know that I don't want them to sell drugs. You understand? I don't want my kids to sell drugs. I want them to go to school. And if they got to walk past drug dealers to get to their elementary school, their middle school, or their high school, when they get home, they know that's not what I want from them. But when they see two men kissing on a corner, they start to think this is a normal thing in society. I don't want my first grader thinking he could kiss his little homeboy in the first grade. So I do not respect Jay-Z anymore. I've lost all respect for the Carter family, and that's just going to be what it is.
Now let me just
I want to chime in.
And I will never lose respect for my mother.
All right, let me just put this out there, and I'm gonna let the queen speak. And I just want to say this because, like I said, for me, I got my own shit. I don't like Jay-Z. I wouldn't even want this fucking autograph. It don't matter to me. My point is, I got what he was saying, and I get what he's saying because, like I said, I'm just objective. The way I think is just going to be different. As far as I grew up with a single mother. I know women can be just as strong as men. I get that, and women are actually stronger than men. You know, so that goes without saying. I would never disrespect women in that sense. My point is that as a young man, if you the man of the house, and your mother in there working, as a man, I don't know how the rest of the men think in this world, but me, it hurt me in my heart to see my mother out there struggling. So you know what I did? I went and got 2 jobs and a pack. Because that's where the pressure gonna fall is on the oldest man in the fucking house. So he gonna do whatever he gotta do to provide. Simple. Whether that be pick up a gun and rob, whether that be working 3 jobs, whether that be out there hustling dope, it don't matter. If he a man and he care for his mother, he gonna do whatever the fuck he gotta do. And that's
not
what
always.
A lot of young men doing. And another thing is,
Jay-Z told you to sell that pack though. Jay-Z told you to sell that pack though. Let's be clear here.
That's indie rapper. We just can't even point the finger at him. That's all rappers. But you
That's
got
not
to be,
all
like I said,
rappers.
you got to be an individual and say, you know what? I'm not about that life. But as far as, like I said, as far as Colin in the way that the like I always call it niggaology, the way niggaology dictates is that we'll sit here, we're gonna kneel, we're gonna go to war for Colin, we're gonna kneel, but we're gonna forget everything else in this fucking world that's going on. Just like the fact that it's been 4 fucking children killed on national news. It don't get no mention by us, not by the white man, not by Jay-Z, by us, the people on the ground floor. They catching stray bullets every day. 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old. But we worried about some fucking millionaires? We worried about these fucking millionaires.
I'm not worried about millionaires, but what I am worried about is the influence that millionaires have in our community, because poor kids look up to rich black people because they aspire to be these rich black people. And when these rich black people turn around and tell poor black people to kiss their ass, these young kids is going to grow up and want other black people to kiss their ass. And as a black community, it's only one community in this world that's black, and that's us. And we are hated and discriminated all across the world, and we must stick together. So when one of our used to be millionaires turn billionaires, sell us out, we need to tell his ass to kick rocks, because he is doing no justice for us. Obama was in office for 8 years. His biggest accomplishment was to help out the LBGT community. He didn't help black people out. Black kids was getting gunned down by law enforcement left and right. Left and right,
real
and
quick,
people consider him a hero.
Real quick, Mr. Let You Tell It. I want to give Hyde the last word on this Jay-Z, and then I want to go to Bunny. I want to go to Bunny. I got you, Bunny.
Can I go at the Bundy? Can I go at the Bundy?
For sure. Go ahead, Hyde.
The only thing I want to, and I get my man saying about we the most hated community, this, that, and the other, but who hate us more than us?
Ooh.
Who hate us more than us? Who do the most damage to the black community other than the black fucking community?
White people, white supremacists, law enforcement, the judges, the teachers, the education system. They do more injustice to us than we do to ourselves. Black kids hate black kids because white people tell us to hate other black kids that got nice sneakers on, hate other black kids that get money, hate other black kids who got smart, successful families. You see him in your school and you be like, oh, he a nerd, he ain't cool. Who taught you that? Who taught you that? Not black people. You learn that from the media. That's
you saying the white man taught them?
Absolutely.
The white man taught us
You
about
learned that.
Jordan.
No,
the white man taught us about that.
Absolutely. The white man put Michael Jordan on a pedestal so we would run up and line up to buy his sneakers. Then the white man taught us through TV shows, movies, and sitcoms all through the 70s and 80s to not like other successful black kids.
Give me one successful black person. One successful black person in this world that don't have to deal with white people at all.
There's not one successful black person that doesn't have to deal with black people, because white people has been put in a position through slavery. White people own land all across America. They got big houses. They own farms. How many black farmers you know? Do you know how much money a farmer makes? White people teach us to think farmers are corny, and farmers have most of the wealth in this country. It's farmers with 200 acres of land growing corn. Right now they beefing because Trump is putting he's putting these tariffs on China so they can't sell their crops. But these Chinese people, these white people are millionaires multi-times over. They ain't never rapped. They ain't never played basketball. They ain't never played football. The land that they growing their crops on, that they selling to China, is land that they enslaved black people on, and we not getting a dime or a crumb from.
My nigga, we the ones started that. We the ones who would grow up and tell our fucking kids that the best way to get out of the hood is to be a rapper, is to be a basketball player, is to be a football player. We don't raise our kids to say you need to learn how to grow some goddamn crops.
We didn't start that. Our parents learned that from slavery. It was passed down generation after generation.
At what point in time do we take responsibility for us? I don't
We
want to
take
talk about white folks
responsibility. Listen,
assassins or
we
Asians.
take responsibility for our situation starting today. And Jay-Z is a sellout and he a goddamn coon. And if people don't see it that way, that's completely fine. We've been set back our whole entire history before we left Africa, and we ain't gonna fix that until we start calling out the people that is not on code and they not on our side.
Last word, Hyde.
That's my last word.
Last word, Hyde.
Fam, Jay-Z not even in power. We worried about the wrong fucking people. Jay-Z is just Jay-Z is like the fucking president. He's just a headpiece. If
He's not in power, but he has influence over our people.
At some point in time, we have to take responsibility for us.
Now let me hop up in here. I respect both of y'all views. We're gonna go to Bunny and then we're gonna go to Virgo, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. But I do feel like the thing with Jay-Z is he said what he said, and that was it was accurate to a certain point, but he didn't tell the whole story. He didn't include every aspect. It seems like he's tiptoeing around, just telling the full truth. Or it's not just a fatherless home that's leading to a cop killing an unarmed black person or whoever, an unarmed human being in general. It's also the cops that are fucking roided out, that they're not even mentally equipped to be that position. They don't even give a fuck about the community. So it's a lot of layers to that. And Jay-Z seemed like he only put out one aspect of it, and that's why I feel like people are upset. But Bunny, aka Miss Shannon, go ahead and chime in on here. Then we're gonna go to Virgo, and then we're gonna go to the next topic.
What I think people need to recollect and think about the topic at hand, getting straight to it. Okay. We talked about a plethora of different topics. I know my sound went out, so I heard maybe like the end cap of the debate going back and forth. But I encourage you all to look at my review about the matter because I really went into detail. So let's just go backwards, okay? So we had, of course, Cap's stance on what he believed to bring awareness, right? So what is ruffling a lot of feathers is the way that Jay-Z went about it. The real question is, could he have had a platform? Could he have had a foundation? Anything bringing awareness? Anything? If his standpoint is okay, kneeling. Okay, so if his viewpoint is okay, we're past the kneeling and blah blah blah. Could that have been done without the NFL? And the answer is yes. What causes people to call him coon and all this other stuff is because the way he went about it. Now, let me remind people, this is not the first time that Jay-Z has screwed people over in the industry, okay? He has a way of taking ideas, remixing it, showing it as something else, as a new idea, and then, of course, his profit, okay? So with this situation, it's nothing new. Here is my issue with the whole thing, okay? Jay-Z, for the longest time, okay, and a lot of other people who are big influencers in the hip-hop community said, let's not watch the NFL, because if anybody knows how you hit capitalists is their pockets. You can say any and everything that you want to say about somebody. The way to do things and get stuff done is to break the pockets. And that is what was happening with advertisements, with games. Millions of people stopped watching. And if they didn't stop watching completely, they stopped watching it to so much extent that it got the NFL's attention, okay? Because we're talking about millions and millions of people. A lot of people don't even watch it. They just listen to the ambiance. Hey, it's Monday Night Football. You hear that? You're like, oh, yeah. You just cut it on, just have it on in the background. I'm from Texas, okay? Right. It's all about football here, okay? So we had a train going in the black community and saying, we're taking a stance. We're going to prove a point. We're going to put our foot down, and people started to feel it. Companies started to feel it. Car companies, food companies, anybody that advertised while the games were on felt the punch, okay? So what's pissing a lot of people off is that we had this train going and people saying that we're not going to watch anymore. We're making a statement. We want people to recognize, because it wasn't about the protesting. What did it was the money. The money started to dwindle, okay? Millions of dollars, and people saying, man, They're not even doing that much. They're not even literally pulling money out. It's people that are not watching, and it's causing this domino effect of us losing money in our pockets. These are billionaires. To own a team, it takes what, 10 to 15 billion dollars? This is a billionaires boy club, or old racist throwback money of people who own these teams. Okay, so understand that point. Jay-Z is not at that table. He's not even close to being at that table. So this is how he gets this coon crown, because he comes in, okay, not even informing the shoulders that he stood on, which was Cap, and him losing his career, okay, and his livelihood, and maybe taking care of people or things that we're unaware of, okay. So he didn't have to go through that. So that's what pissed a lot of people off, okay. So trust me, those billionaires sat at that table and said, you know what? Keep in mind, Jay-Z worked on this deal for over a year and a half. Okay. At the same time, he's smiling in Cap's face and telling everybody don't perform at halftime shows, to let Rihanna and all of these big stars say, you know what? He has a point. I'm not going to perform. And for even Jay-Z to say, you know what? I'm not performing. At the same time, he's talking to the NFL. That's where the coon and all of these people that are pissed off, because it's the way that he went about it. This is a capitalist view of, wow, how can this profit me? Okay, so that is what he is doing. So keep that in mind. So as he's jotted down this deal, we're thinking about the Jermaine Dupri's, the Diddy's, all of these other people, okay, that got a nice stash that had very, very similar deals on the table. But what happened was, since we're saying, okay, collectively we're saying, let's do this movement, we got this train going, he takes this back door and takes everybody by surprise and taking this deal. Like, okay, nigga, what the hell? We said we was doing this, now you doing that? The deal could have been done without the NFL. He has close to $1 billion in net worth. He could have did it without the NFL. That's what's giving him this disrespect and people not agreeing with. Now, some people say, oh, let's give him a chance, and maybe he can make change. All of that could have been done without penning that deal, because he is now officially an NFL party planner. He is responsible for halftime shows. Money will go in his pocket. So what this does is it reverses the dynamic. Now people are going to think, well, not strong-minded people like us, right? But everybody else, pretty much the laymen are going to say, I can watch football again. I can watch the game. Jay-Z is pretty much saying it's fine. Everybody's like, oh, and he's going to, and the halftime show about to be lit. Everybody, oh, yeah, that's the message. Mission accomplished for the NFL. That was the goal, to say, oh, this is good PR and our fuck up. This is going to do a Jedi mind trick and making people forget what the whole point of kneeling was. Mission fucking accomplished. And that's what they did. They hired a face that many people could recognize, that many people are not going to look at, no, let's give him a chance. He could have did all that without the NFL.
Can I just say something real quick, Bunny?
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, Queen, but I just want to say something real quick. I'm not black, I'm Jay-Z. Go ahead, Bunny.
Okay.
Finish your point up, Bunny, then we're going to go to Virgo.
Yowza, you forgot that part of the song. But yeah, that's basically what's going on. It's giving the green light. It's PR. It's cleaning up their mess. It's cleaning up what the whole point is, and it's gonna make people forget. Period. That was the whole point. People are gonna say, slowly start watching more games, and slowly start, check out Jay-Z. We're gonna do the halftime. And keep in mind, y'all, this is via Rock Nation. Okay, this is not just Jay-Z. This is all the affiliates going on the Rock Nation. Look at the business behind it, okay? Because if you don't look at the business behind it in that capitalist mind frame, Jay-Z knows that. He's not a dummy. He knows that this is going to be in his... Now, people say, oh, this is money that's going towards getting people out of jail. This is good. How you make a change is people's pockets, period. You tell people not to stick. If you tell everybody in your neighborhood stop going to a particular grocery store, that's just like with women. That's a totally different thing. We can shut a lot of Asian stores, Korean stores that sell products we use down if we stop going. If we say we're going to do 3 stores at a time and dry their ass out and come out with our own hair, but it's more than that. A lot of the distributors won't even sell to black people, even sell in their own store. So this is way deeper. Jay-Z gets an F for fuckery. I'm sorry, Jay. Never liked you. I mean,
Hop,
I never did.
hop up in
I
here,
mean, it is what
Virgo.
it is.
Hop up in here, Virgo.
Well,
Before we
I
move
want
on.
to say this. I agree with Buddy. You definitely brought some points, but I want to say this with Jay Z, with the old saying, "I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman." So me personally, I'm not shocked at what Jay Z does. This is the same motherfucker who stabbed Rockefeller in the back, stabbed
Boom,
Dame Dash,
boom.
stabbed Kanye.
We don't
Like,
have a whole. We don't even got time to name all the people he screwed up. We ain't got time.
he stabbed a lot of people. And the problem I have with Jay-Z, how the fuck are you gonna tell people to boycott the NFL, don't perform? You tell Travis Scott, you tell all these people don't perform, and then you turn around and fucking say, "Oh, I'm gonna make a deal. You know, let's work this out. Let's better the relationship." I'm like, bro, why would you need the better relationship with the NFL when you already know what the NFL is about? The NFL been showing their racism. I mean, look at the Ray Rice situation. This is before the Colin Kaepernick situation. Ray Rice, he got into an altercation with his girl, and it was settled. He was going to get his punishment until the video came out, and that's when they started really ridiculing the man because it showed in the video he got in a fight with his girl. His girl hit first, he hit, and his career never recovered ever since then. He
He
apologized.
whooped her fucking ass. Don't say
Now that,
Hold
yeah,
on,
that
fucking
nigga, that
ass.
nigga's crazy.
Hold on.
That
Trying to
nigga
What
need
is
to
he
be
talking
in
about,
jail.
man?
Oh my
What the
goodness.
fuck?
Hold on.
Go ahead, Virgo.
Let me finish.
Come on,
God,
Virgo.
man.
Come on.
Example.
I'm
That
not
was a terrible.
Come on, Virgo. Come on.
Hold on, I'm trying to finish.
Talk your shit.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
I'm not defending him. What he did was wrong, but I
No,
mean,
no. See, what you just said was what he did was wrong. But if you put but after it, none of that shit you said before
You
matters.
hold on.
Come on, Virgo.
Let me
Come
finish.
on. Come on, Virgo. Talk that shit.
But anyways, shit, I was trying to finish. Damn. But besides of all that, the NFL has had the history of racism. So why would you want to make a deal with a company that don't even respect you? And see, the problem I have with Jay-Z, he has all this money, he has all these resources. Why couldn't he start a league? This dude is worth $1 billion. So me personally, I don't fucking agree with Jay-Z. Fuck him. We should have listened to Kanye. We should have listened to Pac. As crazy as Kanye is, that nigga was 100% right about Jay-Z. And I find it funny how everybody got mad at Kanye for supporting Trump, but they condone what Jay-Z did. And I'm like, dude, you're not even gonna own the team. Like, bro, you helping the NFL. You basically helping the NFL get their benefits because all people got to look at now, like you said, Buddy, earlier, that all people got to do now is look at the NFL like, oh, Jay-Z's working with the NFL, so I can watch the NFL now. Because when people was boycotting the NFL was in shambles. The NFL was shook as hell because they're like, oh, we about to lose our black support.
I didn't know we stopped boycotting. I thought we were still supposed to be boycotting that shit.
Hold on.
Exactly.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. I'm almost done. But yeah, like I was saying, like I was saying, yeah, we was boycotting the NFL. They was losing their ratings, so it shook them. All you doing is helping them, and I also disagree with the whole argument with the whole, oh, if you have a single mother, you have a higher chance of getting killed by the cops. I highly disagree with that shit because there's so many people with 2 black parent household and they're either killed by the cops. I'm not going to name a bunch of names because that's going to be like naming a whole bunch of people. But there are stories where people with 2 black parents, they ended up getting killed. You even had some people that had a black man in the house and they still did the crime. So it ain't necessarily the black man or the black father's not in the home. Some people are just fucked up in the head. So I highly disagree with that argument. And I know somebody gonna try to defend it. They're gonna try to deflect it and say, oh, this is this. No, it's a lot of people with black parents and they're still targeted by police.
I actually agree with you, Virgo. I actually agree with you. At the end of the day, man, we kids, we're children. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to use the word kids, but we have to grow up. And when we do grow up, you know what I'm saying? You see the responsibility take place. You know what I'm saying? It's like magic. My whole thing is we got a lot of kids running around right now. You know what I'm saying? Big old 40-year-old, 30-year-old kids. You know what I'm saying? That still don't want to take responsibility. But what I love is because the universe balances itself out. You know what I'm saying? These children of the day, they see problems and know how to fix them faster than we do. And
That
it's too
that is
it's too late for people like us. You know what I'm saying? We
mm,
sitting up here trying to save the world. We stuck in the moment, thinking about the past and the future, which doesn't really exist. And I'm tripping because I'm looking at the kids. Like I said, shout out to my little girl. She got a YouTube channel. She made
Mhm.
anime off of iPhone. You understand? So it's nothing that we can do or say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we our generation, just what we're
oh
doing right now. We're here to acknowledge. Hello?
yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Yeah, my whole thing, we're here to acknowledge and destroy this structure. You know what I'm saying? And how we're destroying it, you know what I'm saying, is bringing acknowledgement
Oh
is that is something wrong. You understand? But other than that, the kids will understand and they will follow through. So I'm not even worried. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting back. I can't wait till I'm 80 years old. You want to know why? Because the technology and everything, I still might be able to take care of myself. I still might be able to run and do all that great stuff. These kids is beautiful, man. So what we need to do is give much support as we can, poor, rich, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you so-called an adult, grow up. You
Now,
understand?
yeah.
now, real quick, family.
I want to say. Oh man, I want to
Hold
say
on,
one
hold
more
on,
thing.
Virgo. Let me just hop up in here real quick. Op
All
from the
right.
norm, aka JTL, and we're gonna go to you. We're gonna go to you, Jay Indiana Jones, aka Jay Indy Intellect, for your topic. But I know we talked about, Hovercrit, aka House Jigger, aka Joe Camel last week, man, and all his endeavors. But did you want to just real quick touch on this topic, JTL, before we go to Jay Indy Intellect's topic for the night?
Yeah, I'll say real quick. I'm loving the dialogue everybody has been doing so far, and all the passionate brothers speaking on it. I'm gonna just say real quick that I feel as though it's certain things that Jay Z said that we can't objectively look at. You know what I'm saying? But the only problem that it has been, like we've been saying for the longest since this deal came through, is that every time there's a brother or sister, a group of brothers and sisters that's trying to fight for the cause of our people, some black person always come underhand and backstab every black person that's involved, and they get a check. The next thing you know, we forget about those people that was doing something. Like if you look at Trayvon Martin family, when that situation happened, it was a lot of outcry about it, a lot of fighting for the cause on it. And then Al Sharpton and NAACP came and got a check. The next thing you know, they weren't on TV no more. So this seems like that's the same thing that keep going on. And of course, we already know what's been going on for generations upon generations, that we keep getting knocked off by the police, thrown in jail. That's the reason why a lot of black fathers have not been around since the crack epidemic, since Reconstruction, since Jim Crow. It has been
Preach.
the white structure
Preach.
doing what they have been doing since then. And people don't know, people got to do their history. The police was only started
Exactly.
because when slaves got free, they wanted to keep slaves in bondage. That's the reason why it happened. So it's not
Facts.
just, oh, we got black people just out here, oh, we ain't got no fathers around, and that's the reason why niggas is getting shot and killed. No, that's why niggas is
Exactly.
getting
Thank you.
crazier and more loose,
Thank you.
because niggas like, fuck this infrastructure shit, nigga. If I gotta go get this pack and push this to help my mama and help my household out, nigga, that's what I'm finna do. Fuck how you feel about it. And if a bitch try to come take my shit, they getting shot. So this is the situation that it is. But what I'm getting tired of is that we see everything that's going on. When you watch The Wire to me was not about the hood niggas. The Wire was about how dirty the cops in
Exactly.
Baltimore was. And nobody never said
Exactly.
anything about that. It's like, yo, these motherfuckers is crooked. And even the black people that's there, white people, I see it all the time. Oh, yeah, but look at how many black people in Baltimore. Look how many black people run the
Mm-hmm.
police department. And these motherfuckers
Yep.
are still systematically racist. So all that other
I'm
They're
so
bullshit.
puppets. They're puppets. They're
I'm
puppets.
so proud to be subscribed. Y'all don't understand, man. Miss Bunny, I'm gonna subscribe to you.
Yeah,
Man, bro,
Hey,
y'all don't understand, man. Y'all give me some of the energy I need to burn, man. I just wanted to say that I was listening, bro. But I'm really subscribed to all you niggas' channels. And y'all just like
why they gotta be niggas, John? No, I'm
but,
playing.
Kings
but
and queens. Kings and queens.
Kings and
respectfully,
queens.
yes, kings and
Shout
queens.
out
You
to
know what I'm saying?
Virgo.
Trying to clean up. But I just wanted to shout y'all out. God
And
damn,
I
we
do.
on
I
fire.
want to shout y'all out too, man. Straight to it. The podcast episode 7. I appreciate all the kings and queens on the panel. I respect all y'all perspectives. And like I said at the beginning of this podcast, the entire message of this show is just to show that you can be intelligent and objective and respectful at the same time, man. And I respect all y'all mentalities. Mentalities in the words of Hassan Campbell. I mean, John Hort. But I do want to go to Jay Indy, and I want to go to Jay Indy Intellect, aka Jay Indiana Jones. You know what I'm saying? A knowledgeable, good brother, man. Cleanse our palate, man. Give us some
I
information
wanted to
tonight,
say one more
man.
thing though.
God damn, Virgo.
Never mind,
You been
never
talking
mind.
all night, Virgo. No, I'm playing, Virgo. I'm playing, Virgo. Listen,
Just make it
Virgo.
quick. So just make it quick though. We respect you. Make
Go,
it quick.
go ahead, Virgo. Talk your
Alright.
shit.
But yeah, me personally, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked about Jay-Z. I'm not really a fan. I like some of his music, but yeah, the dude has always been a shady individual, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna say one more thing though.
Oh, shit.
He should have been canceled when he endorsed Hillary Clinton. I'm like that's a no.
You on your Kanye shit tonight. I'm gonna let you finish, but,
No.
nigga, goddamn, pause. Jay Indy Intellect, you still with us, man?
Yeah.
Hey, man, cleanse our palate, pause, man. Give us some intellect, give us some knowledge, bro. What's your topic for the night, man? You already know it's BYOT.
All right, my bad. Let me bring it up. I was out here watching this hurricane Dorian.
You in Florida too?
No, I just been keeping up with the geoengineering.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Government.
And just
Hey.
a PSA, Texas is at capacity. Just letting y'all know we at capacity. All right. So everything going on with Florida, wish you love New York, all these other great, wonderful states.
I ain't leaving Florida, man. I'm staying home, man. I ain't going
Same
nowhere.
here, bro.
We are at
Hey,
Florida-
hey,
capacity.
everybody in Florida, everybody in Florida, man. Tell them, man, we good, man.
We good.
Florida
man.
gang
We
over here,
staying home.
Florida. I ain't going nowhere.
Alright.
Shit. They gonna have to fucking drag me out of here.
But we appreciate y'all support and love though, man. That's no disrespect. Like straight up, we appreciate y'all. Know what I'm saying? Just being concerned, cause we go through it all the time, but we ain't never had this much concern. So it's exciting to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm just me. So you know what I mean?
Hey, but what you dealing with here is a super storm, like, but this is a created storm. Like, not only do they know how to modify the weather, they can also create the weather now, and that's what this is.
true.
Like on regular radar, the storm doesn't even show up, but on satellite radar, it shows up. These are nano technology, like nanoparticles, like smart dust.
I noticed that too.
That's what this whole
noticed
storm is. That whole storm is nanoparticles. Like, it ain't even, that's not nature. Like, Mother Nature, if she ain't retired, she got put out of business. Because man is
It's
creating
an experiment. That's what it is. It's an experiment. They taking notes. That's what they're doing.
Well, they got
another,
a big ass note to take fucking around with Florida, boy, cause we rock with it, boy. I mean, shit, man, look at here. We whatever come, I'm telling you, man, we be ready for it. So, I mean, I just like to say respectfully, hey, man, y'all do what y'all gonna do, man. We ready.
But another thing, it could be a weather war, because since now they because they what was it, I think it was the defense, the U.S. defense. They it's like 10 years ago they had came up with using weather as war, warfare or whatever. So that's basically what this is. And Russia and China are already on top of their game too. So I mean, this could just be like, China sending a hurricane over here or something like that. And now we got to figure out how we got to defend it. And then we gonna send them, an earthquake or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't look past, like, that stuff can actually be going on right now. Secret war.
I mean, but at the same time, we can't look too far forward, because at the same time, you got to look at what happened and how it affected us locally. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, man, we was supposed to have a Florida State game here. It was Memorial Weekend, and what you got to understand when this hurricane time, we done had Matthew and all that other recent scares. You know what I'm saying? This fear mongering and shit. But we done had all that bullshit, and you have people who spend their last dollar on water and everything else. You know what I'm saying? And me myself, it kind of pissed me off because it hurted the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm very fond of the people, man. Like I fucks with the people, and for you to take vendors and motherfuckers who know what I'm saying, who was coming down here to make money, whether they was selling T-shirts or whether they was parking cars. You know what I'm saying? You took all that from them. You know what I'm saying? This is why I look at Jay in this aspect of like, okay, these motherfuckers is fucking with the weather. Because I do look at one thing and I don't see no goddamn hurricane. But I look at another fake ass model and I see some old red bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on one with the science, with the colors, with the fear mongering shit. So, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, and me being down here in Florida, I like to respectfully say, you know what I'm saying? The mayor of Jacksonville and the governor of Florida, they was dead ass wrong. You know what I'm saying? To come out how they came out, because we currently have we currently have no hurricane warnings. You know what I'm saying? For the state of Florida, we currently have no hurricane warnings. But these people came out and still said, be prepared for whatever. This is what make you know what I'm saying, look at people like Jay Indy's video and make you think twice like, all right, man, I see what y'all trying to do. But as Floridians, you know what I'm saying, we've been prepared to, you know what I'm saying, deal with anything. So to me, tell you the truth, like everybody holler the South, but I feel like we're a little different from the South. I mean, as far as it's 3 people. No, I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna say Tennessee, I'm gonna say Texas and Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Memphis and Alabama, they like 2 in the same kind, but people don't understand, like, it's categories to this shit. Just like you got white people, like we talked about this last week. You know what I'm saying? You got white trailer trash, you got smart white people, you got all that other shit.
So smart white people.
You know what I'm saying?
Hear this nigga?
But you know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is I like to go off and, you know what I'm saying? I like to go off in the space like that. This is why I can listen to a person like Virgo, because I know his roundabout, when he come back around, I know he gonna wrap it up and he gonna get to a point. You know what I'm saying? And everything else gonna make sense. But my whole thing is I just don't like I don't like the fear mongering. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't have any hurricane warning effects, why are you telling the rest of the country that you telling us to be prepared? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they go as shit either.
You know what I'm saying? They go as far.
It's all a plot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They go as far. They go as far to try to get the person. You know what I'm saying? Who do the sign language. They put a camera on that. You know what I'm saying? 12, 15, 16 years ago. Talking about no sign language. I'm looking at this bitch like, is she gang banging or some shit? You feel me? Like I see this bitch blood or something. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But on some other shit.
But John, you gonna let Jay Indy finish his topic?
No, yeah, I feel you, Jay Envy. I feel you, Jay Envy. I get that too, man.
John, you next, my nigga.
I forgot where
You took over that whole nigga topic.
Nigga just went.
Respectfully, you was talking your shit, but let that nigga eat, B.
I'm embarrassed. I'm gonna mute this shit.
Good shit, John.
Make me a bowl of cereal.
I'm sorry to the whole panel, man. I apologize.
Nah, don't apologize. Just let niggas eat, B.
You not alone.
Pause. Jesus.
Hey, I was just thinking that up, though.
Yo, Jay Envy, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, bro. You know, I be trying to, get my words right, but these minions in here, man. They don't let a better time.
Hold on, Virgo. Go ahead, Jay Indy, eat, man. Pause.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that wasn't my topic though. I was just bringing it up because that's what I've been covering lately. But
hop up in
yeah,
there.
my topic a little off the wall. So, my whole 2019 impression of Donald Trump has changed from what it used to be, you know. So I know what everything is going on. I know what's going on, but so Trump, and I know what he doing, and I fuck with Trump.
Oh
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
They not gonna
I
like
don't
that.
care who he is as a person, but as all as I ever known Trump was this, I'd be like, this nigga funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, watching him on TV and all the crazy stuff he do, I'm like, this nigga funny. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So,
Break
like,
it down to a science though. Why you fuck with him?
Please break it down.
Break it
You
down
you in
to
the
a
wrong talk.
science,
You in the
man.
wrong. You in the
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
tax bracket.
Well,
Like this motherfucker.
break
You in
it,
the wrong.
break it
tax
down to a
bracket.
science, because you broke it down to a science for me. So break it down to a science for them.
okay, well,
He ain't got to break down shit to me. I don't support that nigga. Fuck that.
Damn.
Fuck that.
Damn, bud.
Fuck
well, what
that.
Trump got going on is like that one episode we had when we was talking about that Trump ain't doing all this pedophile stuff like Hillary and them got their hands on, and Obama and them got their hands on, and
What? Do you not
just
know
and
who
them
he
got
did
their
his
hands
stepdaughter? You kidding me?
No, I mean, I'm
Hold on.
talking
Let
about
him rock, Bunny. Let him rock, Bunny.
like big
Let
time.
him rock, Bunny.
Nah.
Go ahead, Jay.
Like,
Talk
now,
your
don't
shit,
get me
Jay.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. Trump is out to get him though. You know what I'm saying? Trump is out here for everything you knew about whatever the whole Illuminati, this, and the third was. Well, those exact people is the people Trump is going at. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's chess
What?
with superpowers. You got a whole bunch of people who, you know what I'm saying, like we don't even count. You know what I'm saying? We don't even count. The stuff we do, we just items to them. We product. You know what I'm saying? We just product. So what they got
And
going
Trump
on,
is Superman. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
he's up there. Trump is up, especially with his president becoming president.
How's
Like,
this?
yeah.
How is this gonna benefit you? I'm trying to figure out how is his stance gonna benefit you.
Well,
Can we summarize that in a minute or less? Because I'm really curious.
Well, we in the United States Corporation of America. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole corporation. Like, I mean, back in the days when we had the little war, when the U.S. had to break free for Britain or whatever. Like, come on, man. These is cousins and brothers and aunts and best friends and husbands and wives. You know what I'm saying? And they going back to Britain and you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a war. We over. We gained our freedom. They still cool. They hit them up as soon as they got back to Britain. Like, hey man, how many you had dead? Shoot, we lost about this much. Dang, bro, we lost about
we
this
know
much.
we know that.
You know what I'm saying?
But what
So
platforms do you agree with? Like I was trying to understand what platforms, so far as what Trump is doing. What name at least three platforms that you agree with?
That's what I'm saying. All of this stuff that Trump got going on, I'm not agreeing with any of that. That's what I'm saying. He a goofy. You know what I'm saying? Please believe he's a goofy. But what I'm saying is his ultimate plan and what is designed. Like we know that this all is an act. You know what I'm saying? Everything is act. It is designed. But his design plan, he's the Joker. You know what I'm saying? The Joker play both sides. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to get what he can get for him and his privilege, what he called privileged people. He's
So
trying
how is
to
that benefiting you? That's what I'm trying to understand. How is that benefiting
breaking
you?
up the whole
You say you
corporation
lean with a
that
rock with
all
him.
of this is under, because Trump is still under this corporation that they're ruling, and Trump is breaking up the
I'll be back in a
corporation.
minute, Phil.
So then, when Trump breaks up this corporation, that would be our time to also dip out and not stay inside this corporation.
How are you coming to that conclusion that he is for the people, and how you coming to that conclusion? Give me one example, like
I never said he's for the people because he's not doing this for us. He's not. But what he's doing is breaking up the whole. Basically, we're all in prison, right? And Trump is in this whole prison with us. This whole president act, all that crap. We all in prison. What Trump is doing is breaking those bars. But the thing is,
how you figure
we're
that?
not paying attention to him breaking the bars.
How you figure that? How you figure that? How did you come to the everything? Everything has a point, right? You know, you connect the dots. How are you coming to that
people
point?
who's getting out of office right now? Look at all the people who's getting out of office. Like Trump is
What?
wiping everybody out of office.
I
Like
agree
these,
with Trump on certain things as well. I don't mean to interject, but I do agree with Trump on some things.
now
There's nothing
now
wrong with that, but I'm trying to understand what he's talking about. I mean, you of course you're gonna whatever your stance is. Of course, there are a lot of things that you're gonna agree with or disagree with.
Well,
But I'm trying to understand what this brother is saying and him breaking up this monopoly of
I
Illuminati Fort Hood. I'm
I
trying to
don't.
get him to understand, break that down. How
Oh,
he thinks that
I
this
don't.
man that's such an idiot is breaking. He has the foresight to really
I
do this. I'm trying
I
to
don't.
figure that out.
I don't know about Trump breaking down these Fort Hoods and Illuminati and all that, but I
That's just
do
what you
agree.
said. You
Nah,
just
nah.
said he's
What
breaking
I
this shit
agree. What I agree. What I do give Trump. I give Trump his respect for two things.
out.
He says what the hell he want to say, and as
Even
a
if
man,
it's racist. Okay, go ahead.
exactly, and as a man, he say what he want to say, and he do it. And the other
Mhm.
thing I give him respect for is he exposed the entire system for for being hypocrites.
What did
Because
he
every
expose?
what did he expose? He
Anything we
exposed
didn't know? Did he
he
expose anything we did not know? Please.
he didn't expose anything that I did not know, but he exposed to other brothers that got their eyes open things that they may
Like
not have
what?
known.
Give me one
Like
example, please.
Like if Obama had 4 baby mamas or 3 baby mamas, he would have never
Oh.
got elected because he was black. He exposed that because he got all these baby mamas. He exposed that he could go against the FBI. Trump exposed that he could go up against the FBI because of white privilege, and he gets nothing. He gets nothing done to him, not even a slap on the wrist. Whereas a black man, you can't go against the justice system and you can't go against the FBI. They'll
so
go
you're
back
for
100
that because
years.
of that.
No, I'm not for Trump at all, but I respect him for exposing the system that he lives within. He exposed
He's
that
not
his
exposed
system.
anything, brother.
and
I'm
No,
sorry. He's not
he,
exposed
he
shit.
I feel like Trump exposed the system that he's a part of, that they will not prosecute a white man. They will not destroy him like they would have destroyed a black man. What was
What is the
what was
difference that what you just said, and
Yeah.
motherfucking Reagan? Like that nigga's like Reagan.
well,
You know,
Trump-
Reagan, the
Trump is nothing
Republican
like-
that he was.
Trump
Look,
is nothing like
listen to what
Reagan,
you
though.
saying. Listen to what you saying.
I'm listening.
You saying
Yeah.
you saying this is the guy, okay, who said, "Put your hands in your ear, motherfucker. I'm exposing you bitches, and I'm gonna tell America what's going on." Like that's not what he's not exposing shit. He is the Trump businessman, okay, who filed bankruptcy twice, has over 20 under the rug,
5 times.
over 20. Well, there's a difference between 11 and 13 bankruptcy. But anywho, many of the sexual assault, all of the court cases that he's got for being racist, for not letting people live in his real estate. To say that you respect him for saying
No.
what's on his mind. No, wait. The fact
I
that
don't
you say you give
respect
him
what he.
respect
I
'cause he says
respect
what's on
him.
his mind.
I respect that he exposed the system, because everything that he could get away with, I could never get away with. What Trump
This
did
is-
in
he didn't
1970.
Hold on.
expose
Let him rock. Let
Yes,
him
he
rock,
did.
Bunny. Let him rock, Bunny.
He
What-
didn't expose. You know,
what
he keeps
Trump-
repeating the same stuff.
Listen,
He did not expose
no, but
anything.
let me finish.
Hold
Let
on.
me
Hold
finish.
on, family. Hold on, family. Hold
In
on,
my
family.
Kanye-
Hold
in
on.
my Kanye West voice, let me finish.
Hold on, family. We gotta go
Trump-
one king and one queen at a time. Like I said, we can agree to disagree. It don't matter, but you already know it's a straight to a podcast. It's all love. It's all respect. But just
finish
I ain't talking.
But hold on.
When I get a chance.
It's all.
hold on.
It's
We just
all
gonna go.
love.
We
It's
just
all
gonna
love.
go. We just gonna go one at a time. Go ahead, family. Go ahead.
Listen, I feel like what Trump exposed is that what he could get away with as a white billionaire, no black billionaire, no black poor man, no black ex-president could ever get away with. And what he exposed is that there is 2 systems in this country. There is a system that works for white people, and there is a system that works for black people, where Emmett Till was lied on and the person that lied on him is still alive, the justice system will never go back and prosecute her. But if I was a person that lied on a white woman, the justice system will come get me at 60, 70, and 80 years old and stick me in prison and prosecute me for it. And Trump exposed that whole system. He exposed that you can lie, you can deface the government, and you will have no repercussions as a white man.
You're absolutely right. For the first time ever in history, this one man has exposed the fucked up system that has been existing since the formality and the formation of this country. Forget Nixon, forget about all these other people.
Listen,
You are exactly right. He is the
Nixon
guy
was
that
kicked out of office. Nixon was kicked out of office. Trump is here to run again.
He still got away. He still got away with shit. He is not the first person to expose anything, sir.
He didn't get away because he walked away with a tarnish on his resume.
Do not
Nixon
give Trump
walked away with a tarnish on his resume. Trump did everything that every president in history couldn't imagine doing, and he's still here getting on camera talking about fake news. He has a whole news channel dedicated.
Got away with shit? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're
that
saying?
The public knows. He's not the only president that got away. He's the only president that got exposed, and he's the only president that exposed the CIA. He's the only president that
I'm sad that you really think that way.
And he's the only president that tells you a lie every single day, and the entire machine co-signs Trump. Do you think any other president? Do you think any other president co-sign?
Hold on. Check this out. Let me get a time out real quick.
You good?
Yeah, y'all beautiful, and I love it. But y'all don't understand the bigger picture of it. It's too much duality. You understand? Just the fact that we got this much energy involved in a person that we don't do like. You understand? This is what I'm saying, man.
He's on his nuts at this point because he's not the first.
Listen, Miss Bunny. This is what I'm saying, because I choose neither side. You understand? Whether it be Democrat or what's called, because I don't play the game of duality, but I do see the bigger picture. You understand? And I understand where Mr. J. Indy coming from, and I absolutely understand where you coming from. You know what I'm saying? And it's coming from a point of passion because of the simple fact you understand and you see the pain of what this man and the destruction that this man has caused. But at the same time, I want you to look back at the same thing that Obama did. Look back at the same thing Bush did. Look back at the same thing Hillary Clinton them did.
They all puppets. But for him to say that he's giving this man the trophy for being the first one,
but
he is the MVP of exposure. That's basically what he's paid this man to be, and I disagree.
But
I'm done.
A fact. I agree with you. That's exactly what I'm saying. He is the MVP of exposure.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying.
Okay, great. Kudos.
Which one? Well, but this is what I'm saying. As we all go through the same thing that we've been going through, which one is better? Which one is worse? I'm sorry.
Well, actually, Trump. I do not like Trump as a president, but Trump has been worse to Hispanics and immigrants than he has been to black people. I will say that.
Okay, all right, check it. With that being said, do you feel like Obama was better in that aspect? Because he let over 200,000 a year as he was in office, Indian people come over here. Respectfully.
Facts.
India people come over here and, know what I'm saying, get jobs and positions and stuff that he told us that we had to go back to school and study for. So what I'm saying is we got to start looking at it as an equal playing field. Don't pick no sides.
I'm not picking no side, because at the end of the day, I also don't like Obama. Obama was a big fan of immigrants and Mexicans and so on and so forth, but more black people got killed by law enforcement under Obama's watch than they did on Trump's watch. So they both the same wing both different wings from the same bird. I don't like either one of them. Trump exposed that his system of white supremacy would not go against him, and what Obama exposed is that a black man being in power will make the system of white supremacy attack black people very, very fast and very crucially. So I don't agree with either one of the two.
Now, Obama. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't feel Obama was a great president for black people. Obama was a great president for gay people, for transsexual people, for
Oh my God.
LGBT whatever people,
But
and
see,
Obama
what you
was a
gotta
great
understand
president
is,
Say
for
something?
immigrant people.
what you gotta understand is it's still the part of duality. You know what I'm saying? Separation. You understand? Because we at a time where we had a great reveal. When you have podcasts like this, where you got like 9 motherfuckers on
What's
the
the name of the
podcast,
podcast, John?
And I love this show.
and
Shout out to Low Key T, man. Respect, my dude.
Salute,
Respect. I
John. What's the
love
name of the podcast?
hey man, it's straight to it podcast. T-shirts coming soon. You understand? But it's the only podcast where you can have different aspects, and I guarantee you, with this many people and have different views. But just to wrap up what I was saying, and I don't want to take it again because I don't want to get embarrassed again. But I'm just saying like this here. We got to look at the bigger picture. We got to understand that it's two people, you know what I'm saying, that's playing on this chessboard, and the chessboard is us. We are the gray area. So when the gray area stands up and say that these players are no longer eligible, bringing them to social court, we can do a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Bring them all to court. You understand?
Now, real quick,
Bring
John,
it-
I gotta
go
get.
ahead.
I don't mean to
I
cut
just
you
want
off.
people to understand. I just want people to understand it's the duality. That's
Now,
all.
now, real quick, I gotta bring JTL up in here, and then I gotta
But
let.
I want to make one comment.
Hold on, Virgo. I'm gonna go to you, man. I got you. Let me go to JTL, and then I'm gonna go to you. But JTL, you want to piggyback off of you quiet over there, man. You want to piggyback off of the conversation we having right now.
Oh man, I'm just I'm just over here spectating, just listening. Well, I'm trying to understand where the brother's coming from when he said exposed. To me, it sounds like what he's trying to say is that with them being in that position of power, being the president, that the stupid shit that they doing is showing the world of how bullshit democracy really is and how politics
Right.
is really bullshit. But not
And that's not something
exposing
he's
it like,
trying to do.
yeah, that's what I was going to
Thank
say. He's not saying that he.
Thank you.
I don't get that the brother's saying he's trying to do it. I get what he's saying is, in my opinion, that he's saying with the dumb shit that he does, it shows you the bullshit that certain
That's what
people
he
can
should
get
have
away
said.
with.
Thank you for
That's
clearing
what I'm
that up
looking
for me,
like.
my
For
brother.
him.
Thank you for
Well,
clearing
Now-
that up for me, brother.
Now, family, real quick,
Somebody explain it for
real,
ya.
real quick, family. I'm
But
gonna go
that
to
was what
Virgo. I'm gonna go to Virgo, and then I'm gonna let Jay Indy finish up his topic for the night. Go ahead, Virgo.
Let me mute my shit.
Virgo, where you at?
Oh, I'm here, man.
Yeah.
What I want to say about this whole Trump situation, I really don't care who wins the next election. I'm at this point. I just want the whole world to burn itself. I'm gonna just sit back and eat my damn popcorn, watch the whole entire political system make a mockery of itself, and I'm gonna just sit back and enjoy the ride while it lasts.
Okay.
Get
Jay,
your passports. Update your passports because Canada might be the next hot spot. Just telling y'all that right now. Because I got my passport, and if I need to get on UT, I'm out.
I don't want to be anywhere near Aubrey Graham. Anyway, Jay
I ain't
Indy.
trying to be in no country I gotta pay taxes in. That's what it is.
Shit.
That's a fact. Jay Indy, finish
You
up
gonna
your
pay taxes whether you want to or not.
finish up your topic for the night, bro. If you got any more points on that before we get up out of here, before we go on to the next king.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to say the other day, Trump.
You got the whole podcast stirring, Jay. Just wanted to put that out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. And that ain't even my topic, really. It was just the fact that Trump, he started the whole Space Command, Space Force thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was thinking, like, I kind of want to do that shit, bro. Like, this is going to be the sixth branch of the military. And these motherfuckers really going to be just sitting up there where the damn satellites at on some war type shit, though. Like, if I go to war, I'd rather do it up there, nigga, like on some Star Wars shit. And let's just keep it.
A black man ain't got no place in the military.
Preach.
All right. So shit. High Reacts, you still up in here? You want to comment on this before we go to John Horse for his topic?
I was outside. What was it about?
Oh, fuck it, then. We talking about Trump. You was talking about your man Trump. That's all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got, no, I mean, because I tell you what Trump exposed to me, and I really didn't think about it until he became president, and it made me think about all the other past presidents. It made me think about a lot of shit. But and before anybody start reacting all weird and shit, because I know how motherfuckers get, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I don't fuck with either one of them personally. I don't do politicians and politics, but it did let me. It really made it open my eyes to the fact that there are very few. There's probably 1% of society, maybe less, are actual free thinkers. Most people are really, and I see to a detriment, are willing to follow or be behind another person no matter what. You got Democrats, I mean, you got Republicans who follow Trump to the end of the earth, no matter how fucking stupid he sound. They will stay with him just on the simple fact that he's white. You have black folks who was up Obama's ass and riding with him, no matter what it is he said and did. It didn't matter because he was black and we had to have that. And it just let me know that it's very few people who are their own people anymore. Like you got people who will say, you got people who will fucking fight you if you say Michael Jackson probably was guilty. Well, why? A lot of people would just say just because on the premise that he's black. And it just, I don't know, this whole Trump thing, it really opened my eyes to the fact that we are willing, all races are willing to follow anything and everything just on a simple premise other than themselves. You put so much stock into everything else on the face of the earth except for your fucking self. You put faith in a God that you never met, in a system that's failed you, in the people who you don't know, but you won't do that same shit for yourself. And the only thing I can say is about that is any kids out there that's growing up, society will have black people think that you ain't black unless you disenfranchised, unless you ain't black unless you struggle. You ain't black unless you've been on welfare. They'll have you thinking all kinds of shit about what the definition of black is. And all I got to say is, it's nothing wrong with being successful. Just because you successful, that don't mean you another Illuminati. Just because you successful, that don't mean you so dope. It don't mean that. Motherfuckers need to start getting it in an executive mind frame. Motherfuckers need to stop trying to be the player and be the owner. Motherfuckers need to stop being a rapper and be the owner of the company. Black folks can't, I mean, people can't. No.
Exactly.
No. No, I didn't say Jay-Z. I said the message. See, that's the thing that people get is I'm okay with them being the capitalist. I'm a capitalist. I'm about money.
How you a capital?
Like who? I'm saying like who though? See, that's my point. Is I'm not talking about Jay-Z. Fuck him. I'm talking to the motherfuckers who gonna be listening to this shit. The motherfuckers who think that the way they live is supposed to be the way it is. I don't fuck Jay-Z. Ultimately, he's not gonna be the one that's helping me. Nobody is helping me. I'm getting it on my own. That's what I'm saying. It don't in the grand scheme of this, like my man said, we at the very bottom of the like John Horse said, and salute to him. I couldn't have said that shit better myself. We just pawns. We at the bottom of the totem pole, looking at, I mean, the bottom of the fucking light, looking up and seeing what the fuck everybody else doing. In the grand scheme of things, racism, as far as people with money, racism only lasts on this. It's only affecting us. To them, They only know one color, and that's green. They don't think Democrat, Republican. Democrats and Republicans eat dinner with each other every day. They make laws together. What you see on TV is a show. That's what they giving you. But that wasn't the point. My point was get money. Fuck all that other shit. Get money.
To tell you the truth, real quick, I want to hear the new dude aspect of it, because both of y'all so similar. Y'all like yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like Jet Li and motherfucking Jackie Chan. Like I really want to hear bruh side on it. The new dude. I'm sorry if I ain't. I'm sorry, Mr. Let You Tell It. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Hold on. What y'all want me to talk about now? Run that back. It was a lot said. Refreshing me real quick.
I call all of it. You know what I'm saying? My dude is actually talking about why are we, you know what I'm saying, so caught up in the aspect of these entertainers, and we're not more self-reliant. And I just wanted to get your aspect on it instead of chiming in. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, I feel like y'all mix like yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like Jackie Chan and motherfucking goddamn Jet Li. You know what I'm saying? But Miss Virgo, I mean, not Virgo. I'm sorry, shout out Virgo, but Miss Bunny, I have to give you a shout out, baby. You is kicking ass tonight. I know you trying to hold your water, but you is doing your thizzle. I respect you, mama.
I respect you too.
Yeah, so me personally, to be honest, I don't respect entertainers. I don't respect politicians. I don't respect Democrats, Republicans, or some people call them the left wing, the right wing. I don't respect none of that shit. I don't respect rappers. I don't respect hood niggas. I don't respect D-boys. I don't respect stick-up kids. I'm a nigga that grew up in the streets. And I was in the streets way before a lot of niggas was born. I was in the streets of Brooklyn in the early 80s. So I don't respect a lot of the shit, to be honest with you. But nowadays, due to the internet, a lot of this is more available to everybody's conscience. It's more available to everybody's mind. So as far as politicians, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it a brick. Fuck Trump. And also I will say, fuck Obama. And when it comes to entertainers, I just don't fuck with none of that shit, man, to be honest. So I like to speak my mind. I like to keep it real. I like to keep it a brick. So
I'm with you, brother.
That's really all I gotta say about it. We get caught up in a lot of this stuff because it's real trivial, and the media pushes it on us. So sometimes I may talk about it on my channel, and I'll come up on here and talk about it. And a lot of times I may sound angry or heated about the things I have to say, and it's not really that I'm heated or angry. I'm not heated or angry. I'm just passionate about things I have to say because I feel like black people got fucked over for too long, and it's too many black people that don't want to acknowledge how we got fucked over. And also I got a little job, right? And at my little job that I got, one of the main things I do at my job is I go through rich people communities and I see how rich these people are. I go to people's cribs and I'm like, yo, how the fuck all these white people is so rich, and when I go back home the way I'm from, all my people is so fucking poor? And it doesn't make sense to me when I've always been taught that black people is slaves, black people ain't got shit, black people is uneducated. But then I come on this panel and I talk to a bunch of black people, and everybody on here sounds like they educated, they have their own opinion and their own views, but we've been left out. We've been left out of the conversation. We've been left out of the resources. We've been left out of the financial advancements. We've been left out of everything that we deserve, and we are the people that they put on ships, and we are the people that built the country.
And you want to know something too?
I know. Listen, I know exactly what the problem is. I'm gonna say this, and you know what I'm saying, and we go.
Duality.
You know what I'm saying? It's credit, bro. We don't understand the credit game.
Listen, my credit game is strong. My credit game is super strong, and I'm still left out. And I don't feel I'm left out of shit because of my credit. I feel I'm left out because when I walk in a building, they see a young nigga that know how to dress, a young nigga that know how to talk and articulate himself, and they see a young nigga that they don't want to participate in the game that they created. And ever since they created the game, the entire game was made to exclude black people from participating. They put us in ghettos when we built their farms. They put us in ghettos when we helped them build their corporations. They give us supervisor positions at their jobs, and they become the CEO, and they shit on us time and time and time again. It don't matter if you put a black face on it or a white face on it, they both gonna shit on us, and I don't like that shit.
My whole thing is, oh no, you good. My whole thing is, bro, we try to impersonate the impersonator who created the game. Like I was saying about a couple of episodes back, we got to go over here and play our own game. And now is the opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? With apps and internet. Hey man, shout out to
I feel you. I learned how to program. I learned how to write iOS apps. I learned Java just so I could write Android apps. And I learned fucking C#. I learned all this shit. I actually took my time out and learned this shit, and we are still excluded from the table. Why isn't there a black Mark Zuckerberg?
Because guess what? We still run into the table. We have to create our own table. And what I'm saying is,
to create our own table, we need black people like Jay-Z, black people like Colin Kaepernick to invest in black businesses. Can I say something?
Listen, let me get to a roundabout.
One king at a time.
Get out, man.
One king at a time.
I just want to say I gotta get ready to go. I know y'all killing the topic, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all having me on. Salute to the homie. Salute to the queen. What's my man from Brooklyn? What's your name?
We got Mr. Let You Tell It and Bunny.
Salute to you, homie, man. Good. Very good topics, man. I appreciate y'all. And Miss Bunny.
You say bye to me?
I ain't got to you, man. I know you. They knew. I don't know them. I'm trying
to go crazy.
And salute to the queen, Mr. Horse, Mr. West versus the people, Mr. Intellect, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Really
appreciate you coming on, man. We was worried, man.
Appreciate you, homie. Even though
y'all be safe in this storm, man. You know what I'm saying? I know how you roll, man. I know you good, but it's supposed to be something else. So just be safe out there, my guy.
Yeah, so definitely everybody subscribe to Hyde Reacts on YouTube. That's Hyde Reacts. Simple as that. HYDEREACTZ on YouTube, man. Put some respect on his name and some content, man. Salute to you, Hyde.
All right, homie. Y'all be blessed.
Yes, sir.
And as y'all was saying, family, resume.
But like I was saying, man, we're not creating our own tables, but it's not our fault because we're still chasing the dream, and it's behind your NAACPs, your frat fraternities, your Black Lives Matter, and I will have a video on Mr. Sean King respectfully coming up. But I just want to say this, you know what I'm saying? We have to sit back and understand the power that we have as individuals. I mean, everybody talk about this technology and all this stuff, but look what we're doing right now with the technology. You understand? It goes back to what, you know what I'm saying, the Queen said, Miss Bunny, you know what I'm saying? It goes back to our intent. You know what I'm saying? Is it good intent or is it bad intent? You understand? And I believe this is the view that, you know what I'm saying, so-called Mr. Carter takes the view of, and that's why he's easily, you know what I'm saying, can slice the board left and right. But there's neither here nor there because he's weak to me because he's only playing the duality game. Right now, if you look at what we're playing right now, we're playing the everyone is involved game. You know what I'm saying? It's like duck, duck, goose. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I just want to say, Miss Bunny, if you want to say something, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm good. No, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm just listening to everybody. Yeah. Huh? No, I'm just listening to everybody. I mean,
it's just the first time we had an actual woman on the panel, and I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, Oh,
I feel like Tom Joyner. I ain't cussed. I'm so proud of myself. Like I done said respectfully so many times. I even said allegedly a couple of times. But I really feel like, you know what I'm saying, having a woman on the panel, you know what I'm saying, really opens us up and let us know that we really are diverse. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't really, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of niggas in the crowded room. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, your turn, my turn. You know what I'm saying? We really we really preaching, you know what I'm saying? If it is a such thing as internet etiquette, we are preaching internet etiquette, but I respect all of y'all, man. And you know what I'm saying? Jay Indy, what the fuck did you do with this topic, man?
Yo,
Yeah,
word.
I want.
All right, so look, this is how we're gonna do. Virgo, hop up in here, chime in, and then we're gonna go to John Horse for the last topic of the night, man.
I wanted to respond to that. I mean, not respond to that, but I totally agree with the topics about the issues we're dealing with. I feel like we as Black people, man, we're being manipulated from both sides. I feel like we too busy fighting for everybody else causes and everybody else issues but our own, and we're getting nothing but the crumbs. Everybody else is getting ahead of us, and we're getting nothing but the crumbs. And I just feel like we as a people, we need to, you know, unwind our minds from it. We need to, start helping each other out as a people and stop being manipulated by the system, because the system doesn't really give a shit about us. All they want to do is get our vote, or, you know, you know, support them in a way, but ain't nobody coming to support us. Everybody is coming to leech off of us. Everybody's coming to monopolize off of our pain, and we're not getting nothing out of it, and it's the same old. And I also want to say we need to stop looking for celebrities as leaders. Lead yourself. I understand people look at celebrities as that they have the money, they have the power, they should do this. But I feel like we as a collective, we need to stop looking at celebrities as fucking leaders, because at the end of the day, they're just human beings that's trying to entertain us. They're trying to put out art. We need to stop doing that. You don't see other groups of people. You don't see Hispanics. You don't see these people, looking at this leader and following that person. No, they lead with each other, and that's why other groups of people are, ahead, and we're in the bottom. So that's just all I have to say about the situation. But as for the, political side, me personally, I really don't care who runs in the election, because all of them corrupted. I'm at this point, I stopped giving a fuck about the system, because the system is corrupted. They don't give a shit about regular people. And I'm talking about the middle class, the lower class. They don't give a fuck about the people. So I'm at this point, the whole entire system's corrupted. I don't really care what happens. I'm just going to sit back and watch the popcorn, watch the whole entire system just crumble, because I'm at this point, I lost faith in the system. I lost faith in humanity, because I feel like I'm not, and it's not to say all people are toxic, but I feel like the majority of people today are toxic. We live in a crazy ass world, and this world is getting crazy by the minute. It's not getting better, and I'm just at this point, I'm just gonna watch everything crumble.
Well, shit, we gonna go to John Horse. John Horse might give you some faith, Virgo. So let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth, man. John Horse, what's your BYOT? What's your topic for the night?
Hey man, first of all, I want to say 8627 Nation. Shout out to y'all. We 4 miles and running. How are? But tonight I want to bring everybody who call themselves conscious, awake, aware, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna bring y'all to social court tonight. I'm talking about your YouTubers, I'm talking about your frat fraternities, I'm talking about whoever you want to name it who's playing this so-called conscious game. Because what we have did is created a whole nother type of religion, and I don't like it, because guess what? It's still following this Christianity rule of do this and do that and do this. And like I told y'all know me, man. I'm on my own magic, man. I brought my own self into this world, man. You know what I'm saying? I survived through 7 million, billion, whatever the fuck you want to call it, sperm. You know what I'm saying? So that ultimately makes me the shit. Y'all already know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I like to bring these people to social court tonight, because we gonna kill this shit tonight. You understand? Because I have come to the point to where it's okay to be you. You understand? and people don't understand that it's okay to be you. We're still following this, what they call it, a Western European aspect, but we're not gonna do that tonight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get each individual, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna get everybody's aspect, you know what I'm saying. And me personally, because I know, you know what I'm saying, these people feel me on this, Jay Indy, and what's my other boy from Florida?
West versus people.
Of course, West versus the people. And like I say, I love you because you absolutely right. You just bring it more aggressive. And my other dude from Florida.
I forgot his name. The one that got in the shoot.
Nah.
Shootout.
If you talking
No,
about Eric Johnson, he from Atlanta.
no. He's on the panel
Oh
with
no,
us.
no. You talking
Don't do
about
that.
JTL?
Oh,
JTL.
Yes,
shit.
yes. I'm sorry, Mr. JTL. I'm sorry. You just been quiet
You
tonight, so
good,
that's the
bro?
only
I
reason
be
why.
thinking JTL from the West Coast, the way
Yeah.
he be riding for Pac, Machiavelli.
That's that Tampa shit.
Shit, I'm a Pac fan too.
Listen, back in '96, Florida cried for Pop. That's why we mad.
Hell yeah.
We
Hell
that
yeah.
all this shit about Pop. We mad. Y'all don't understand, man. Florida is different from the South. But with that being said, I would love.
Buddy going it. Buddy not letting
Yeah.
nobody. Buddy not letting y'all eat tonight.
But I feel it, and this is why I like I said. I mean, before I get everybody aspect on this, you know what I'm saying, we calling out these conscious people because a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, fear mongering and trying to get money and stuff. I wanted to really get, you know what I'm saying, because I feel like they more closest to the topic, Mr. J, Indy, and JTL first. But I want everybody's opinion on this. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I got my own opinion, but I would likely, you know what I'm saying, elaborate on everyone else after they get done.
What was the question, John? What was the
The
question?
question is, listen.
Respectfully, my nigga.
Listen,
That was a beautiful
listen.
soliloquy, but we don't know what the fuck you asking us.
All right, I'm sorry. Well, it wasn't. Listen. I'm sorry. Listen, it wasn't more of a question. It was more of a statement, man. Like I said, I would like to bring your people like your Jay-Z's, our people like your frat fraternities, Alpha Chi Alpha. You know what I'm saying? I would like to bring them to social court. You know what I'm saying? Your YouTubers, all these people who are fear mongering and making money, I would like to bring them to social court. And you know what I'm saying? See what y'all think about it. I mean, is it a burn or is it a not burn? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like these people, it's time because I feel like the conscious community is being overran with people who are fear mongers and they're trying to get money, you know what I'm saying, for their own gain. And I feel like the Bucks need to stop here tonight.
All right. Anybody want to
So
piggyback?
are you asking like, how do we feel about bringing all these people to court that's doing all this bullshit, whether it's somebody that's like a capitalist or somebody that's a fake left wing person or something like that, like a liberal or something?
Basically your overall view of the conscious community, period, right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to point out no individuals, but just however you feel, you know what I'm saying? I just want people's individual before I give mine because I'm ready to burn the shit out their ass.
Okay. Let me jump in right there. Okay, I feel as though it is a lot of bullshit with the conscious community right now. Before I say anything about the capitalist community, you know what I'm saying, that's acting conscious. I feel as though, and it's no disrespect to nobody, but I think we really need to start educating ourselves on differentiating certain shit. All right. When it comes to gentrification, that is an issue, but that's not just for black people. You know what I'm saying? What we gotta understand, gentrification is more about classism. And then if you understand what redlining is, that was about, you know what I'm saying, racial shit back in the days where they would separate us and keep us from getting certain opportunities and actually bringing our communities up, where they would actually give more opportunities. Like back in the days, I forget the name of it. I got to bring it back to y'all next time I remember. It's an article that this white dude wrote back in Atlanta back in the days, like the late 70s, early 80s. And he was talking about how you would have like poor white people basically versus the so-called middle class black people. The middle class black people would go to a bank and they would say they ain't got no money for them. They can't really help them. If they did, they probably help 1% of or 0.1% of black wealthy families or middle class families versus anytime a white person that didn't have no real money would go to the bank and get more help than those black people would. That was redlining. So when you talk about gentrification is more about classism, because here in St. Petersburg, Florida, the elemental P community, I ain't trying to shit on them because, hey, if I can do something to get some money from them, since they come around here buying up everything in St. Pete, I can take it back to the hood like Robin Hood, I'm going to do that. So they go ahead, they getting their money, they buying up Central Avenue back and forth all the way through St. Pete, and everywhere you go down the street, it has the rainbows on it, that you know that that's who they are. You know what I'm saying? So the issue that I have with that, with the so-called conscious community, is we don't educate ourselves on what it really means for gentrification versus redlining. Then we also sit around here and hype everybody up and talk trash, those social justice warriors, and don't do shit. It's like, okay, you doing all this hyping up, but you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got this black organization here called the Uhuru, and no offense to them, but the problem I had with them since day one is this is for black people, but when you go to a meeting or something like that, it's a whole gang of white people in there. And I'm like, how do you have white that's sitting there at the table when we talking about our issues and what we need to do, and then you got some that they help endorse to run for a mayor in our city? I'm like, how are you helping white dude run for mayor first? I don't give a damn how cool he seems, and we need to go ahead and get reparations in St. Petersburg, Florida. Instead of $10 an hour, you need to make raise it up to $15 an hour. You know that shit is not gonna happen. Them rich white folks is not going for that shit. They not gonna vote your ass in. And I don't care if they try to make it seem like we got a puppet. No, that does not work. The problem I have with the country's community and a lot of people in it is that they keep thinking if we get with white people, we're gonna be able to do something. Like Malcolm X said in the movie, when the white lady came up and said, "I'm not racist. How can I help?" You're like, you can't do nothing. There's nothing you can do for us that we need to do for ourselves. There's nothing you can do for us. So all this bullshit where we like, okay, well, we need to get partnered with some white people, or we need to go ahead and be frustrated and be mad and talk all this shit and then call Al Sharpton for him to get a check, and then they ain't doing nothing for us. So when you got somebody like Jay-Z, who's really a capitalist, that's sitting around trying to act like he really down for the cause and for our people, then he go back though Jermaine and Pre for the same job, and then we still talking about, oh, give him a chance. Man, fuck that. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I know about what he did to Brooklyn. I got homeboys from Brooklyn. That's some bullshit, man. Fuck Jay-Z. He is not for us, and we need to stop doing all this bullshit, man. This dick riding, man, on some real shit. The last rapper I fucked with was Nipsey Hussle, because I seen what the brother was doing before niggas seen who he was, before they really got hot on Nipsey Hussle after he died. I seen what the brothers been doing. You got other brothers from LA dissing Nipsey Hussle, talking about, oh, he was gonna do this for white people, but he was down the street from the same dude that's talking shit in LA, and he ain't never gonna have a conversation. You just talk shit about the man, and you ain't see the shit he was doing for his actual community and the shit that he was bringing awareness. And I ain't gonna lie to you. The only thing I can say, and this ain't no disrespect, like I said, I love the brother, God rest his soul. The only thing I can say that with him passing, that may have stopped, is him fucking with Jay-Z. And I'm glad he's not here to see this bullshit that Jay-Z did, because I'm sure he wouldn't fuck with it either. So I think the problem I have with the conscious community and these fake conscious motherfuckers is that they keep misleading our people, and then they keep turning around talking about, you know what I'm saying, we got to keep wait to see what's going to happen, and then they get mad at the wrong motherfuckers instead of us coming together and actually doing something. Give us something tangible. Give us ideas of what we can do in our own communities. Stop just saying that we need to be pissed off and talking shit about people. That's all I got to say on that.
I want to say, it's not gonna be a long speech, but I totally agree with you, bro.
I ain't never gonna get to speak.
Oh, my bad. My apology. Go right ahead.
God damn.
My bad.
Thank you, Virgo, because she didn't. She haven't speak. She been sitting down for a long time. But Virgo,
Right.
please, bro. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, bro.
I'll fall back.
Hop
Go
up
ahead,
in here.
buddy.
Hop up in here, buddy.
You sure? Okay. All I was going to say was to summarize this whole episode is that we need to be patient with one another. We have only been so-called free for so long as a people in this lost world that we're in. So Black business, Black relationships, all of that, and joining forces and building each other, we have to understand that it doesn't exist. Our culture from the motherland is gone. So when people say we need to do this and we need to do that, people have to communicate the how. A lot of the problem is that we don't know how. It's not because we intentionally don't know how. That was stripped from us. A lot of other ethnicities Asians, Italians, all of that, their culture is still within their community. So they when you see beauty supply houses, nail tech places, banks that they own, this is information that they share with each other, not only culturally, but they're educating each other of how they've done it. So one of the underlying issues that we have as a people, instead of saying we need to do this, we know it's a lot of shit that we got to do, and we know it's a lot of stuff that we don't understand. Just like the brother mentioned earlier with the redlining and the credit, more and more of us are finding out about real estate credit. So what's happening with the system? They're raising the credit scores. I mean, if you were in the 700s, people like, oh, this is the best they could do. Now it's going into the 900s of people with their credit score. So the system that's broken is constantly changing to keep us back. So the main problem is that we're not communicating with each other because a lot of the underlying is that we don't know how. And it's okay to admit that we don't know how. We're just now understanding the owning your own business. We're just now understanding. A lot of us don't even know about stocks, why it's important, real estate, owning things, owning land, because we don't know how. We were stripped from that information because they know having equity is a problem for us. Having people that know about how to invest their money, how to look at certain companies like Vanguard, and why IRAs are important, or why investing is. These are things that have been held from us as a people. When black people, it goes all the way even before Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, when they saw the negative on their end of that. When we got a taste of black entrepreneurship, we were doing it. We were doing the damn thing. Okay, that had a domino effect of black families looking at how, okay, what do we need to tear this down? Panning the crack epidemic, because they saw the effects of what happened when we gained this sense of ownership and developing culture. So instead of bashing each other and saying we need to do this and we need to do that, and what about this organization, and what about that organization, and we got conscious people, a lot of it is the blind leading the blind. Some people don't realize that what they think is being conscious really ain't conscious at all. So when we educate each other about what specifically that is, and not so determined on using big words, but just saying, hey, my brother, have you done XYZ? It all goes back down to that. So understand we've only been free for so long. Understand we don't know everything, and that's not on purpose. A lot of this stuff we know has been held from us, taken from us. We've been psychologically raped for hundreds and hundreds of years. So to change overnight, unfortunately, is just not going to happen. We got to make more efforts to go back to our motherland. We've got to travel over that water and see our own people. Because when you see your own people, and you see how powerful Africa is, and you see how they limit the visuals of what Africa is and how rich it really is, and we're this lost people, basically not even the foster or the stepchildren of America. We are in this lost world. And also Malcolm X, when he made his statement, if you read the autobiography as told by Alex Haley, he regretted telling that white woman that there was nothing she could do. He said that if he could go back, that he wouldn't have told her that. Okay, so we have got to stop making assumptions about people, literally talk to each other. In my honest opinion, a lot of these black companies need to treat black entrepreneurship like the Underground Railroad. Everybody ain't got to know what we doing, because the Asians don't let people know what they doing. The Italian people don't let know what anybody else is doing, because that's their business. And I think black people should do the same thing, because when we did do that, we conquered a lot of stuff. So we got to start talking to each other, stop bashing each other, say, let's talk about it. What can we change about it? You got all these people that claim they know everything, these so-called conscious people, right? Are you leading? Are you we got the David Banners, we got all these people, but the underlying thing is, are we talking about the stuff for real, for real? excuse me, are we talking about black entrepreneurship? Are we talking about how we're gonna help our own? Because we saw what happened with the Black Panthers. Anything that's happened in developing our people has been torn down. So with that said, we got to start talking to each other like it's the Underground Railroad. Keep our shit secret, because anything that we share or acknowledge or we put on TV, it's gonna be shut down, because there is a Benedict Arnold in every group, and we got to understand that. Jay-Z is the Benedict of our generation, whether
shit.
you want to admit it or not.
Shit.
So once we start doing that and really start noticing there's a CIA agent in every meeting, and it's the FBI is constantly on our back, because this country was not designed for us. The system was not designed for us. If you understand that, guarantee you a lot of y'all start going back home. Go to Africa next year. Start see our motherland, see our people, and then get it together. That's it. I ain't gonna say nothing else for the rest of it.
Can I drop a bomb to it though? Can I drop a bomb to it?
Drop one of Clue's bombs on it.
Now let me. Hey, don't disrespect me, Eric Johnson. Now we do got one more king on the panel, man. Triple salute to Eric Johnson, the best DJ on YouTube. I repeat, the best DJ on YouTube. I'm gonna pull up his page on the screen right here. Definitely subscribe to his channel, show him some love. But before we get up out of here, what's your topic for the night, Eric Johnson?
My topic for tonight is, first week of college football season has had some pretty funny ass upsets. You had Georgia State beating Tennessee. You had Florida State losing to fucking Boise State. I don't know what the hell going on with them. And is John still on the chat?
You know you ain't shit. You know you ain't shit. You know you ain't shit.
I'm sorry, man. Y'all need to fire Willie Taggart. He is the.
Hey, I totally agree, but you ain't shit.
Hold on. And are we still boycotting football, or is it just the NFL?
NFL.
It's just
Oh,
the
It's
NFL.
college football, man. Florida
Low
State all
key,
day, man.
No, you
low
can't.
key.
I'm gonna talk about NXT. We talking college football, baby.
Bro, low key.
Florida
Low
State
key.
all day, man.
I'm dead.
Hey, low key.
They own this shit.
Respectfully. Low key, bro. Man, Eric Johnson, you ain't shit, bro. He seen my video. He seen me spaz out. He caught me in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I respect that though. You know what I'm saying? But college football did kick off to some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This weekend, and just respectfully on his topic, like, bro, it's some iffy ass shit going on with everything. You know what I'm saying? Not just college football. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully to, you know what I'm saying, everybody on the panel. It's a lot of iffy shit going on everywhere, bro. And it just it's fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
My fault. I just thought we was banning everything.
I just need you to make me a promise that you please add yourself to that unconscious list.
Oh shit!
Please
Oh,
add yourself to that.
shots fired! Shots fired! God damn!
I got to.
I thought we was banning the NFL, the college, the fucking little league. I thought we was banning all that shit.
Nah.
I need to watch my Jordan.
Damn, Little League too?
Everything. If it's a football, we not fucking with it. I thought that's what it was.
No, low key, you can't do that because you like basketball. You can't do
I
that.
love basketball. That's a fact. I love basketball.
I ain't no basketball person. I rather watch football. Only time I watch basketball when them niggas get the fine. So,
Can I say this one more thing though? It just, you know what I'm saying, I'm respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Back to my topic, what I was saying, as far as the conscious community, man, I feel like it's getting out of hand, you know what I'm saying? And it's like when, you know what I'm saying, the drug epidemic started, you know what I'm saying? And it went so far along, you seen people with the money and stuff, and then you had the kids and everybody else thinking that they can do it. So now you have the fucking candy ladies selling you Nicks and fucking Tootsie Rolls. So with that being said, I'm just like this here. I like to say, fuck you to the NAACP. I like to say, allegedly. I'm sorry. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of F-bombs to, you know what I'm saying, your NAACPs, your Black Lives Matter, because y'all absolutely stand for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They stand for you know what I'm saying, stuff that gains attention from the media. You know what I'm saying? You media whores. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I love being here on this panel because I actually get to speak my mind. Even though I call into my local, you know what I'm saying, news channel and I try to tell them certain shit, they don't listen to me. You know what I'm saying? So they had, you know what I'm saying?
You
So,
damn right they not hanging up on your
Yep.
ass. They
all,
gotta try to
Damn.
report the
We're gonna
weather,
put
nigga.
you
They
on
gotta try to
hold
do that.
about
you know
35
what makes it so,
seconds.
you know what makes it so bad? They sit up there and listen and then hang up on the motherfucker. Yeah,
Hey
bro.
John,
Hop up in here,
Right,
Jay
right.
Indy. Let Jay Indy hop up in here real quick.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was on mute. I thought I was on mute, my bad.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Hop up in here, Jay.
you said Knicks and Tootsie Rolls, bro. That shit was funny as fuck.
And that wine candy.
I mean, I'm glad you finally got on the panel, Eric. I'm gonna put my topic on the table before we get up out of here. Triple salute the Queen Keys to win in the chat. But I do want all of y'all opinion on this topic. Um, wow. Dave Chappelle has a new special on Netflix called Sticks and Stones. I did not watch it. I was about to press play, but I heard a clip on YouTube and he was talking about making out with a transgender and it completely turned me off because my threshold for this gay shit, for this gay agenda, I'm done. I'm over it. I've been over it since Bruce Jenner won Woman of the Year, Courage of the Year award, whatever. Okay. So I've been over it for the last 4 years. I'm done. I'm done with the gay shit. If it's some gay shit in the vicinity, I'm walking the other way. But the question that I did want to put out on the table, regardless if you saw the Dave Chappelle special or not, it really doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is Dave Chappelle was on, he pretty much was telling the truth. His jokes pretty much wrote themselves because he was just speaking the truth. He was saying, why is it that, people can say the N word, but you're not allowed to say the F word, the agate word, you know what I'm saying? Why is that socially acceptable? And then he went on to call out, a lot of things going on in pop culture. He's getting a lot of backlash from the Michael Jackson accusers. Dave Chappelle went on to say that he doesn't believe that Michael Jackson, molested any children, anything like that. But also what bothered me was how Dave Chappelle came out in his special and he pretty much said verbatim, if he was a pedophile, you know what I'm saying, he would have sex with Macaulay Culkin, the kid from the Home Alone movie, shit like that. So my whole thing is this, the question I want to ask y'all. If you look at
That nigga done lost.
if you want to, and I think Dave Chappelle's a legend. I think he's hilarious. But I start to look at people sideways when one person is allowed to do something and everybody else isn't. You know what I'm saying? So the question I want to put on the table, and I definitely want all y'all reaction to it or opinion on it, perspective. Why is it that you got people like Cat Williams that when they come out and tell the truth, they kind of get blackballed or demonized, or Monique or Roseanne? The list goes on. People that just speak freely, they get demonized. But now we're in a situation where Dave Chappelle is speaking freely and telling the truth, or his truth, however you want to call it. Why is it that Dave Chappelle is allowed to have that platform to say how he feels, but it seems like everyone else, from famous comedians to entertainers to even us on this small platform we call YouTube, we'll get censored if we say the F word? Why do y'all feel like Dave Chappelle is the only one allowed to step out like that?
He has a strong white fan base. The end.
Oh shit.
He got an Asian wife too. So, you know, it's a different situation with it. So.
I mean, me myself, I just like Miss Bunny, you know what I'm saying? I try to look at it from all aspects. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course they using him. Like I said, we still ain't figured out if he was a clone or not. So with that being said, allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But he's allowed to, you know what I'm saying, use that platform. I mean, shit, that's the reason why allegedly, I think that's the reason why they tried to take out the top comic of today. You know what I'm saying? Because the top comic of today is not pulling in the money that he's supposed to pull. And allegedly that top comic is Kevin Hart.
Right.
You understand? So what we have more interviews and personality, you know what I'm saying, shit coming out than these people's work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about critiquing the work. You understand? So with that being said, Dave Chappelle has never been funny. So
Wait, hold
with that,
up. Wait,
No,
huh?
man.
Hold up. Wait, who you? Huh? What is this
let me
nigga
finish
talk?
respectfully, because we did this last week with Tupac. Let me finish respectfully.
All right.
So
Oh
I
shit.
mean,
Hold up.
with that being said, like I said, with that being said, Chappelle, I want to respectfully back up. He has been a certain kind of funny. I mean, I'm from the hood. We would say suburbanite funny. You know what I'm saying? He'll make you chuckle. He'll make you laugh. But he not an earthquake. He not a. I don't want to go on and on. You know what I'm saying? My favorite right now is Clayton English, but we talking about those raw emotional stories that you don't have to have a white Jewish person sit up there and write you a script for. You understand? My whole thing is you were allowed to talk how you were allowed to talk. And I know this because everyone made sure that we tune in and see it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, guess what? Ain't nobody paying attention to Kevin Hart. Why? Because they was trying to put Tiffany Haddish on the platform. But Tiffany Haddish, she done been aired out by white Hollywood. All the little gay fuckers been waiting to tear her ass up. She can't get a black man to save her life. But that's allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, what the point that I'm getting at, the point that I'm getting at is he was allowed to say that crap. You know what I'm saying? He was allowed to say that crap. It wasn't funny. It was informational. You know what I'm saying? As far as what they're trying to do and trying to change the mentality. I mean, what mindset? I'm sorry, low key. But they're trying to change the mindset of each individual, you know what I'm saying, that entertains that bullshit. That's why I say we got to go back to the notion what everyone has ultimately said tonight is we got to ignore that bullshit.
Now let me go to Mr. Let You Tell It, man. You still here with us? You still rocking with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I just
But
want yeah, you got it.
oh,
I just want to know your opinion
now
on that.
with the whole Dave Chappelle thing, I think he's kind of pushing his line. I mean, he was already out of the game for a good minute, and right now, I think they kind of working on banning him now. They just trying to see how far he could go before they could re-ban him to put him in his place.
Where you at with
That's
it, JTL?
Like I was telling you before when we spoke on it prior, I think I don't know what trailer you seen, but I think that was actually for one of the other three where he said somebody making out with a tranny or something like that. But I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I think we gonna see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Is they gonna like really ban him? Is he gonna be able to get a lot of comedians to say what they want? But another thing I think we need to say is besides that, how would we feel if a white
Yeah.
comedian came out and said the same type of stuff he was saying and said it about black people? You know what I'm saying? If they came out saying nigger with the ER in the joke, because I seen Louis C.K. say something like that, and I was like, man, fuck
Well,
that
didn't the
motherfucker.
dude
You
from
could at least say
Seinfeld say
GA.
that? Didn't the dude from
Yeah.
Seinfeld
Oh
say
no,
that?
he was bombing. He was bombing. That's why he said that. He was
Oh,
cussing a nigga out in the audience because he was bombing. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
respectfully, I like to say fuck you to all these genealogy tests. They got these Arabs and everybody out here talking about 15% African American, all that shit. Me personally, y'all know how I am. I believe in indigenous people. I don't believe in that African American shit. 1988, Jesse Jackson, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I like to say fuck you, and if I catch you saying nigga, allegedly, I'm gonna slap the fuck out your ass.
You ain't the
allegedly.
only one. Well,
Alleged.
But
Rick,
but but at the same time though, I ain't gonna front. I watched the Dave Chappelle special a couple of nights ago. Shit was hilarious to me. He was saying some real ass shit. The whole clone thing, John. I don't know about that because I don't know. I think that's some fabricated bullshit they made up because they said
Man,
the same
ain't no
thing
weed head finna
about
get
Gucci
that,
Mane.
that much
But
muscle.
they said
Yeah,
the
man.
same thing about Gucci Mane. They said the same thing about Gucci Mane, talking about he a clone too. That ain't the real Gucci
I
Mane.
done
He was the
seen
president
fat
of the thing
people.
when he came out.
We done
that was
seen Jared
that
right in
nigga.
front of our
That nigga just
eyes.
dropped 50
I did
pounds.
not
That's
know
what's
Gucci.
Funny
I
enough.
did not
Nigga,
know.
whole face change.
Yeah, bro.
Everything changed about the nigga. But I mean, at the same time, I want to see what's gonna happen. What's gonna be our issues because I seen the Kevin Hart special. I'm sorry, that shit wasn't that funny, bro. That shit was dry, man. That shit
That's
was
why they
dry.
tried to kill him. That's why they tried to kill him.
Oh shit.
That's
Nah,
because that was the first one he wrote by himself. That's why it sucked.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
What'd you
he
say,
wasn't
Bunny? What'd you say, Bunny?
I said because that's the one he wrote himself. That's what I said.
Oh shit.
That's why
He
it sucked.
ain't no help by the writers this time.
Had his juice with him, you know.
Okay. Well, Kevin Hart did get into a car accident today. Do y'all give a fuck?
Yeah,
Respectfully.
he's a human being. Come on now. He's a human being with kids. Stop it. Yes, we should all
Respectfully.
Hope that
Respectfully.
we should all hope that he is well, regardless of what we think of his career.
Even if he put the dress on, Bunny?
If he was in the car with the dress on, yeah. We should hope.
Gotta drop a bomb to that.
Okay.
He was in an accident. I would look at it weird, like,
What Kevin Hart say? You done yet? You done yet?
Hell no.
oh, you finished up.
Because my whole thing is, hey, I was waiting on the mass funeral for Kevin Hart. You understand? Because this is it's the what that dude say off Boondock Samuel Jackson. It's the evidence of abstinence. You understand? We need a person like Kevin Hart to die.
Shit.
Damn.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Is this not the straight podcast?
But why he gotta die, John? Give us some enlightenment, I guess.
Like I defend that brother saying that he need to die. What the hell is going on with this show?
Man, I'm sorry, like Dick Gregory said, it's a bunch of other niggas I can get a guy.
Listen, straight to a podcast, so let me get straight to it. You know what I'm saying?
Please do.
All right. This is what I'm saying. A person like that allegedly needs to die.
He said it again.
A person like that needs to die allegedly. We're talking about death now. He'll come back. He'll be all right. He'll come back. He'll be all right.
After the show, my brother, we gonna
He'll come back.
Allegedly, I'm gonna let you know what allegedly means when we get done.
John.
Hey, please do. Hey, low key say we can say that.
Yo, hey.
Hey man, you gonna have people come to his house, man. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
come on, man. Come on, John.
Wait, he said he could come to who house? Come to my house?
Nah, I said you gonna.
He say he gonna come to my house.
They gonna come together.
My point is like that. When something like that happens, it gives our stories validity. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's just conspiracy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when something like that, hey, I told you, we sitting up here connecting the dots. And we have to use conspiracy, allegedly, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when we have stuff like this connecting the dots, and we have intelligent people on here, you know what I'm saying? We can see what's going on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart's supposed to be the top comedian. The rap game's not working, the comedian game, all that shit is not working, even the movie game. So they're trying to get a shock value. You know what I'm saying? To even go back to Dave Chappelle, it shows me that you're desperate, the system is falling, and it's weak. So we need people like this allegedly to die. You know what I'm saying? To give validity to our story so we can become the real media.
How about we just say their career fades? How about that? Not them literally die.
Fade to black.
No,
Fade to black.
To me, death and dying is two different things. You understand?
Oh, Lord.
Sound the same to me, shit. When a nigga dead, he just dead.
It's not. It's
hey,
just
don't
like,
co-sign. Don't co-sign,
it's just
bro.
like a dead battery. Be recharged. Just like a dead battery, it can be recharged. You got to understand, because I'm talking physical now. I'm not talking mythology. You know what I'm saying? What I'm basically saying, if you believe in death, yeah, your ass is out of here. But if you believe in dying and passing on your energy to the next realm or the next life,
when you make statements of that, you have to clarify that from the beginning. Because what you do is you lead people to the basic term of death when you say stuff like that.
Are you talking about reincarnation?
When you say die, that nigga needs to die, then that's what we taking it for. Death. Now, if you explained it the way you explained it now, brother, we'd be like, right, sure enough, and I would have been doing some poetry finger snaps over here. But that's not what you said. So you just make yourself
Last
clear.
word, John, before we close it out. Last word, John. Go ahead.
No, but for real though, she said it just how I was explaining it. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a difference. You know what I'm saying? Death and dying is two different things. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in energy and energy everlasting is always going to transfer. You know what I'm saying? But if you believe in death, your ass is out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a battery. It can be recharged. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, she hit it right on the nail what I was getting at. But she's right. I should have clarified myself at the beginning. You know, if it was Jay Indy, he probably would have did this shit.
All right. Now, family, real quick, we're approaching the 3-hour mark. I can't believe the Kings and Queens still on the panel rocking with us. The chat is on fire right now. They are enjoying themselves. So I appreciate the chat for pulling up and the Kings and Queens on the panel for putting on an amazing show tonight. Like I said, we are approaching the 3-hour mark. So I want to go through the panel and just pretty much, we're going to go through the outro. Big ups and respect to all of y'all on the panel putting it down tonight. I think tonight was a classic show. But first up, we are going to go to, Mr. Let You Tell It, man. I appreciate you pulling up tonight, man. What you think about the podcast and, what videos are you working on next?
I love the podcast. I would love to be back on. Currently right now, I'm not sure what video I'm working on. I'm going to get into that tonight. I'll post it tomorrow, so make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And also to the dude in the live chat, Bobby Hill or Booby Hill, that sent the threat my way about $150 and me. I appreciate your gangster. I appreciate your internet thugging, man. Just make sure you cash them checks when you send them out there, man.
Academic threats right there.
Yeah, come on, man. It's all love, man.
Please don't mind Booby, man. He just be lit like that. Trust me.
Love,
okay. I'm new here. I don't know, so I'm like, damn. You talking about cutting my face open? Like,
hey,
really?
Booby, the avid listener. Shout out to Booby, but hey, Booby, man, this is a new dude on the podcast, man. You got to show love,
well,
man.
This is the respectfully to Mr. Hill. He from Toronto and he's still mad at Kawhi, so he taking it out on everybody. That's where he at.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, shout out to him, and I appreciate him even being in the live chat.
He probably fuck around.
Get to know a brother before you threaten a brother, though. I appreciate it.
Hashtag.
That's all right though, because he won't be dead. He just would need a recharge.
Buddy is slick. Pay attention. So yeah, triple salute to Mr. Let You Tell It. Like I said, we got a new. He's a newcomer tonight. He's also a king, man. So I appreciate him for pulling up to the podcast, man. Triple salute to him. Let's swing over to opposite from the norm, aka JTL, man, joining us for the a second podcast, man. How you felt about tonight's show, man, and what content are you working on? What can people look out for you?
Yeah, man, I definitely enjoyed it. Everybody, was doing their thing, saying how they felt. So I can't wait for the next one. And like I said earlier, man, just trying to do entrepreneurial stuff. You know what I'm saying? Showing about growing business and talking and interviewing people that's doing business, showing them some love in the city. You know what I'm saying? And talking about the youth and what's going on and how people just trying to work together and do better things, man.
So triple salute to you, JTL, man. I definitely appreciate you pulling up. Like I said, I did want to apologize because we do normally the panel's not this large, man. So normally, naturally people could speak more, but like I said, everybody, I had to make sure everybody can speak their piece, and it is what it is, man. So let's move on to the next king on the panel, man. Eric Johnson, aka the best DJ on YouTube, man. A lot of classics you be putting up on here, a lot of vinyls you fucking with. What can the people look out for on your channel, man? I know you were saying you was gonna be putting up some Outcasts.
Yeah, I just ordered the AT Aliens album, so I'm just waiting on that. And I got a classic underrated album coming real soon, that Junior Mafia Conspiracy. A lot of people don't really talk about that shit, so I gotta hit them with that. Then I got some Nas coming up soon. So, I'm gonna just keep doing what I do,
That's love, man. So triple salute to Eric Johnson. Subscribe to his channel. hit that notification bell, man, to all. And his music, I go over to his channel, put his music on, and then I just walk around the house and take care of what I got to take up, man. Now Virgo, aka West First the People, he did have to hop out, but definitely put some respect on his content and his name, man. Go over there and subscribe to West First the People. Hashtag West Speaks His Mind, man. Show the dude some love, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To all, man. IndyIntellect, man. You still with us?
Yo.
Salute to you, Indy, with the knowledge, man. What content you putting out next, man? What you trying to give us some knowledge about, brother?
I wanted to talk about the white tantra.
Oh shit.
Not that black shit, not that dark shit. I wanted to talk about the raising your cerebral spinal fluid back up into the Holy Land, basically. So at the end of the day, semen retention.
Okay. Triple salute, man. Like I said, I put on Indy's videos, and I can't really do shit. I got to sit down and just listen to the whole video. I can't really move around the same way I can move around when I'm listening to an Eric Johnson. I got to sit there and listen to the whole damn video what IndyIntellect, a.k.a. J. Indiana Jones, is saying, man. So triple salute to you. Show us Pay some love, man. Now, next up, we got John Horse, man. Tonight, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth, man. John, how you felt about tonight's podcast, man? Like I said, we got some newcomers, we got some veterans, man. But how you felt about the podcast and what videos you working on next?
Man, that shit was a classic. I feel like the dumbest one on the show, and that's a compliment to everyone. You know what I'm saying? But just like I said, man, I'm keep pointing out the injustice, man. As far as like anywhere I can point it at, as far as the entertainment game, right here in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I post a lot of videos on police brutality, and you know what I'm saying? I have yet to see Mr. Carter, Mr. Clifford, Bate Harris, you know what I'm saying, do their thing as far as talk about these injustices. So I mean, as far as that's the only thing really important to me, and you know what I'm saying, and that's the only thing I really have like a fire for, man. Until they really, you know what I'm saying, see what's going down here, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to hear shit, you know what I'm saying, because like I said, I go to work every day, and you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm just an individual, bro, and like I said, 8627 nation, bro, we 4 miles and running. What that mean is I know a lot of people, and we know each other, and we network together, and we make sure that we are all right. So with that being said, until I see that from Mr. Carter, anything he does is buffoonery to me. So, and that goes for him and the rest of whoever down with his ass.
Salute. So definitely, man. Listen, go over there, subscribe to that brother, man. Like I said, ever since I linked up with John, man, he just been fucking with the podcast, and I appreciate your loyalty, man. All of y'all. So definitely, last but not least, the Queen Bunny, aka Miss Shannon, pulling up for her first show tonight. Bunny, I'm gonna put some respect on your name.
This will be the last motherfucker.
Oh,
shit.
I put some respect on your name, Bunny, because you wasn't letting.
I'm sending a bill to your ass. I'm sending the invoice.
Bunny, you wasn't.
We love you, Bunny. Hey, we glad to have you on, baby.
Hold on.
I'm just playing. I'm a jokester.
I appreciate Bunny because she wasn't letting nobody off the hook tonight.
What? What? Her and J. Indy, her and Trump, boy. Oh my God.
Well, J. Indy set it off. J. Indy set it off like a Queen Latifah movie tonight.
But I did really enjoy you on the show tonight, Ms. Bunny.
I enjoyed everybody. I was just joking a minute ago. Real talk. I really enjoyed everybody, hearing everybody's opinion. The next few things that I have coming up, I still do movie reviews, television reviews. We have new shows coming up. We have Greenleaf. We have the summary and the review of HBO's The Watchmen that's coming up. 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. So much more. Huh?
Do Saints and Sinners.
Say that again, brother.
The show Saints and Sinners. Did you do that?
I ain't say that.
See, man, goddamn, her and Virgo, man, they pissed me off.
Look, it's just so many. Look, it is one brain. I can only watch so many shows at one time. But really, we do have a lot of things coming up. I do post several videos each week, really just spreading out the demographic and people watching certain shows. I do have this week as well a couple of travel reviews to different places that I've been, how to get there, how to plan, how to get a passport, what is the process, etc. Just really making some really informative videos for everybody that needs to be aware of how to do it. A lot of people post them being on vacation. Not many people talk about how to save and how to get there. So we'll be talking about that. Also, keep in mind and keep me in your prayers, or whatever your religious beliefs are. Just keep me in thought. I do have a few deals on the table. I just hope that I make the right decision in picking those projects out. And follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube, officialbun_E.
Bunny making moves.
Bunny,
Pay attention.
please do Saints and Sinners. Is a classic. Ain't nobody covered. I talked about it last week. Everybody ignoring me. It's called Saints and Sinners.
Okay.
Channel.
It's on the who?
It's on the Bounce channel. I mean, you might can find it on one of them apps or something, one of them black TV apps.
Okay. I had to check it out because I'm already reviewing like four shows that's about to start. I just finished 4 that just ended. The season finales have already ended, so now I have 4 more shows that are coming. So, and we still gotta, do our own daily responsibilities too. We ain't got no check yet, so there's only so much I can do in 24 hours a day. So
the deposit ain't cleared yet.
Yeah, it ain't cleared yet. I might have to pop trunk on some people. But I enjoyed it. I had fun, y'all.
All right, so with that, family, man, salute to the kings on the panel. Salute to the queen on the panel. This was a Straight to It podcast, episode 7. And like I said, I was so honored to be in the presence of the wisdom and the knowledge, man, the intelligence, the objectivity, from the chat to the live panel, man. So triple salute to all of y'all. And we're going to see y'all next Sunday, man. Sunday night.
Wait. No. You forgot about me.
Who that? MJ?
You forgot to say thank you to me.
Say to you, I did yourself with this one. Straight to It podcast, live every Sunday. Straight to it, we get straight to it. It's a classic podcast, you can't skip through it. Not even skip to my Lewis, Skip Bayless, could skip through it. Wow. This a real nigga moment. As far as the internet, these the realest niggas on it. That soul in your body can't be duplicated. When you sell it, remember your body vacant. Baptized by fire, felt like I was Satan. The creator in me, now we all creating. Free game, you ain't have to pay for it. All I ask is stay for it. The truth is like good pussy, that mean it feel euphoric. That fuck shit, we ain't for it. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off every 4 tourists. From sports to conspiracies, we got all the coverage. Never ran from a topic and that's why they love us. No budget, no filter, fuck it. No strings on our back, we ain't puppets. You Pinocchio. Look around, tell me what you see. Niggas on the run tryna eat. They are slaves to the industry. Your name is Toby. They would lie to you when they sleep. Take a deep breath, breathe. Don't the Matrix feel like a dream? They told you could be anything, then they used you for everything. We won't lie to you, Machiavelli next to Suge, we tryna ride for you. Notorious for telling the truth, ready to die for you. Ha ha, motherfucker. Straight to it, we get straight to it. This a classic podcast, you can't skip through it. Not even skip to my Lewis, Skip Bayless, could skip through it. Wow.